I'm how this is Three Amigops. We got Gomu no Luke over here.
Yeah.
We got Mako Tsunami in the corner.
Yeah.
Hitting the loudest yeah boy before we talk about So we are talking about One Piece. For those who don't know, it's a show about a pirate named Luffy, and he wants to be the pirate king and find the One Piece, the greatest treasure ever, or something. I don't know. It could be the friendship that we all had, or a Big Mac meal. We have no idea yet because the show is not over. However, Luke has made the time commitment of a full year and a half.
Longer than that.
3 years.
Closer to 4.
7 years of trying to watch every episode of One Piece.
And succeeding.
Yeah, succeeding. How many episodes?
I think it's, 1,122?
1,122.
Like
so how mangas work is, it's not like comics. The manga is usually made by one guy, so whenever you try to explain the differences between stories, the fans call them arcs or sagas, which is like the Americanized version because Dragon Ball has sagas, and Yu Yu Hakusho. But of course, we're going to go over every single arc in the comic One Piece. We're not looking at the anime version. This is primarily, we're going to look at the manga. Even though Luke has got the, watched the anime, if he goes, well, this thing happened and it's anime only, we throw a chair at him.
Yeah, exactly.
I got this right
That's
now.
fair.
Yeah, he's locked and loaded over there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's completely fair. Anime has too much filler.
Exactly. We are going to start with the first one, which is Romance Dawn. Which this one is just Luffy gathering the first couple members of his pirate crew while terrorizing a bunch of pirates and marines.
Yeah, so basically up until Zoro.
Yeah.
I say B tier.
Honestly, no.
B or C. It's
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry. It's a mid B.
Okay, I was going to say probably low B, high C.
It is a 7 out of 10.
Not that I don't like the arc. It's just,
Yeah,
it's the beginning arc. It actually, honestly, it's pretty good because it like establishes him as a character super well.
And honestly, it out of all the first arcs in a lot of anime, I'd say it's better than most. There are some arcs in other shows that I think are better, like Naruto's prologue in Land of Waves is objectively probably one of the best first arcs. That and Chainsaw Man's first arc.
Oh, Chainsaw Man's first arc beats Romance Dawn so quickly.
But however, there are worse ones. Like there's a lot of really worse ones. Like you could argue the first Hunter x Hunter arc is kind of just okay. I'd put it under it. But it does a good job. It explains 3 good characters. You get the backstory. You get the lore.
It's a good baseline.
Right. And you get the weird Nami mystery.
Yeah, and it's
because they're like, what the hell? Who are you?
And it transitions well into another arc. So honestly, yeah, I think mid
B. Is that okay?
I think mid B. It's a 7 out of 10, right? I would, if I had to give that a number. I think it does its job well.
Mm-hmm.
Is Zoro's backstory in Romance Dawn?
Zoro's backstory is in Romance Dawn because that's like
yeah.
Okay.
They moved it in
the anime. They moved it to like Baratier or something too.
Yeah, they moved it to Baratier, and then the Netflix version moved it to Syrup Village.
What?
Oh yeah, because he was in the well and he had to remember Kalina falling down the stairs.
Well, no, they changed it. She fell ill. She fell ill in the live action version.
I know, which was very welcome change. Very welcome change.
Yep.
Lock in.
You gotta lock in. Next one, Orange Town. We fight the, basically they get captured and they have to fight the clown Buggy. So first of all, everyone, like not everyone, but the power system in this is that people have devil fruits, or if you eat a fruit, you can't swim anymore. You sink to the bottom of the ocean, but you get a nifty power. And Luffy's is that he is rubber. He ate the gum fruit. He has the power of rubber. And this is the first real devil fruit user with Buggy the clown with the chop fruit, which allows him to pop off any part of his body and have it float to attack people.
And be immune to all sword attacks.
That's also, yeah.
Which is so broken.
All sword.
So for fighting what is essentially the most plot important jobber in anime history, it's fun. It's a good fight. I just don't think it's anything special. I think it's kind of a low B.
I
a
don't
really
know.
low or borderline.
The one thing
high C, low B.
This is the thing with Orange Town though. It's like, for me, with Orange Town, what makes no sense, right, is like you guys remember the buggy balls?
Yeah, the buggy balls.
The buggy balls?
Yeah.
Yeah, the things that are so freaking overpowered.
Yeah, don't you, dude? They first of all, they explained this in Ennie's Lobby, one of the greatest arcs. I'm sorry, not Ennie's Lobby.
I know, but-
Impel Down, greatest arc. All right. Do you remember my awesome buggy ball? And Luffy goes, no, and then he just goes.
He gets he gets so mad.
No, literally.
Your plot point has been addressed, young man.
But like, I'm not even using it as a rank. I just
What about
literally
the dog?
remembered the buggy balls.
The dog.
Dog.
The dog.
Oh,
Shoots the dog.
The dog. The dog who waited for his owner.
The dog, yeah, that
They
was
cut
good.
out of the anime, or not the
Yeah.
anime, the live action.
They cut the whole thing out of Orangetown. They streamlined Orangetown, which
Fair enough.
okay.
You only need Buggy, really.
Yeah, because the main issue with the first three, honestly, you could argue Baratier and Arlong, is it's kind of the same thing every time, where it's Luffy shows up. There's an obvious bad guy. We have to find new character, and then explain backstory, and then fight 2 to 5 jobbers, then the main guy. Repeat.
Right.
And it's boiled down to such like a meat and potatoes thing, which is not the worst, but like for Orangetown in like Syrup Village,
Right.
it's kind of not the jobbers
I
aren't that
think
impressive.
Not to say too much because we're still technically in Orangetown. Syrup Village, I think, does this better because Syrup Village has the mystery plot going for it. Instead
Yeah.
of Buggy is like basically evil dictator trying to take over this one town by blowing everything up.
And then we see a better version, literally in a couple arcs, of a better written character doing that with Arlong Park.
yeah.
So, like, honestly, I think this is. I think you're right. It's probably highest in C.
Yeah.
Syrup Village is basically they get the next guy, which is Usopp. He is the at the time was he the navigate? No, he was the
No,
sniper.
Sniper.
He was
He's always the sniper.
He was always the sniper.
Well, he's the
that's right.
sniper, and
He thinks he's the captain, too.
Yeah.
yeah, he's also delusional for the first like 5 arcs.
Yeah,
that he's there.
and because he's a liar, because he's a coward, and there's this mystery where everyone in the village hates him because it's like the plot of Chicken Little, a famous,
Oh, yeah.
obviously your favorite movie. It's like Chicken
Yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
No, literally.
So basically, no one in town believes him except for it's like a very famous rich village. The woman who runs it, the richest person on the island, she's like, I like Usopp. He tells me funny stories even though I'm sick all the time. And there's this mystery of stuff's not going right there. Why is she constantly sick? Why aren't doctors really allowed to look at her? And that's interesting. My major issue with Syrup Village is, again, the jobbers aren't that interesting. And honest to God, I don't think Kubo's that interesting either. He's just like, once the mystery happens, he's not interesting.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like looking back on it, he's not as interesting. The first time I watched it, I thought he was more like significantly more interesting.
No, same. But
I
like,
thought he was way cooler until Baratier. When
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mihawk
And
showed
until you
up,
see
and I'm like,
Baratier and Arlong Park, and you're just like,
you
this
thought
is
he was
not.
tough. You thought he was tough with the glasses thing. With
And he's
the
like, oh my
boom,
god,
boom, boom
he
thing.
has like a high bounty of over 1 million. Like, oh my god, he must be, he must be crazy.
like that, like literally put Kubo in like a tier list. I want you to do that right now. Like, think inside your head. It's like, okay, going through every single major arc, what villains are actually better more interesting than Kubo? And the answer is not a lot. Not a lot. Especially when you figure out the mystery and he just goes, I wanted money. It's like, okay, really? We have like 37 dudes that also just wanted money that are way more interesting.
Okay, well, let's be real. He put in the work for multiple years.
You were doing that. Why are you going for a random island though? You got the
It's a
Goa
rich
Kingdom.
island!
You got the Goa Kingdom right there, with all the crazy
He's
rich
some
elite
East Blue
nobles.
idiot, dude. Like he's like
The Goa Kingdom is
he's
in
some
the East
rando
Blue.
guy in the East Blue. But, yeah.
They had like
No, you're right. You're
there's
right.
Oh, yeah,
no
yeah.
logic
Spit King.
behind this random island.
It's
This
it's literally just made to get Usopp, and I
Right.
like Usopp. He's a really fun character, and Usopp, is really fun in the arc. It's just the villain once
All
the
I'm
mystery
saying-
happens, it's like, bleh.
I understand why Usopp's dad left. That place was boring.
Oh yeah, mad bored.
boring.
Meanwhile, he gets to hang out with Shanks, and it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh yay,
Freaking
yeah.
Yasop over here just lit.
yeah. Yasop's having the fun time.
man.
So honestly, in terms of placement,
I'm biased. I would put it low B.
I'd say it's under Orange Town. I at least
Really?
like Buggy.
Buggy was at least funny.
I don't know. I just like mystery plots.
C.
See, okay, but above Orange Town or below Orange Town?
Yeah,
That's
but
what-
there's also a better mystery plot.
That's true.
Yeah, there's so many other
There are
mysteries.
significantly better
So
mystery
many
plots.
mystery
I'm
plots.
just saying I really like mystery plots, so I would put it above. Not
It's-
that Orange Town is bad. I just like Syrup Village more than Orange Town.
Sorry, I think the council has to outweigh you. It's
All right,
going under.
That's fair.
It's C.
All right, Baratier, which is, my opinion, is where everything, it starts
goes-
getting good.
Oh,
It-
yeah,
It
yeah.
goes
Phases.
up.
And it only gets better.
Oh, and it only gets better. Baratier is great. Basically, after being, what was it, chased by the Marines out of Syrup Village? What happened to get them to there?
There was
Nami left.
Nami didn't
No,
leave.
Nami
left.
leaves at Baratier.
Oh, she leaves at
Yeah,
Baratier,
she
my bad.
steals the Mary and leaves. Usopp was like shooting cannons and he accidentally hit like a marine ship or something.
Oh yeah, no, he
And then-
yeah. He messed with the Marines and he
And
like
then that
freaking
captain
sniped them out of the
guy-
water and they had to go on the run.
Yeah, and then they find themselves at the floating restaurant Baratier, where we're introduced to a future Straw Hat member, Sanji. Along with that, we get introduced to probably one of the more fun power scaling things, which is the pirate warlords, which we then find out in lore are
Yep.
people the Marines hire to be like, we'll hire these criminals because we think these are the better criminals. So that way, when the even worse pirate emperors show up, the people we cannot control, if they start doing stuff, we call on the warlords to do our bidding if we just excuse all their work, right?
Yeah, and basically just like give them immunity.
Give them immunity for all their crimes as long as they stop the pirate emperor. And it's really interesting. And the character in question is Mihawk. Mihawk Dracule or Dracule Mihawk?
Dracula Mihawk, yeah.
Yeah.
Who has
Hawkeye Mihawk.
yeah
Fights him with like a little twig.
yeah. He has a little
Yeah.
cross and there's a butter knife in it. And honestly,
That thing's not even a butter knife. That's like
Literally.
it's smaller, 1 millimeter. He's like,
yeah, and he's fighting Zoro, who uses like 3 swords, and this guy with a butter knife is like, yeah, I win.
you get packed up that
No,
badly.
The even crazier part is they didn't even introduce the even crazier power systems yet, and he still whooped them.
Yeah,
And he still whooped
them.
He still whooped them.
And the funny part is,
Didn't even do anything.
It's like, again, this show got a live action adaptation. It only went up to Arlong Park. I quite like the live action
Yeah.
I
adaptation.
thought it was good.
Yeah, I thought it was.
But-
I thought it was pretty good for what it was. It could be a lot worse.
That's true.
As someone who has seen a lot of live action anime adaptations, it's objectively the best one. And his design is so awesome that it somehow worked in live action to the point where I was watching it and my mom walked in and she Googled, because she was out of curiosity because she liked the One Piece show. What did the cartoon characters look like? And she got to Mihawk. It's like, oh, that is the exact same thing. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
So they went crazy for the live action ones. But yeah, no, and I have nothing but praise. I love Sanji's backstory in this.
Oh yeah.
I would honestly say that it's low A, high B.
Well, here's the question: Which Sanji or we're going off the manga backstory, right? Not
Yeah,
the
the manga
not the
one.
Anime
Yeah, the
backstory?
manga one.
Where Zeph eats his leg
Yeah.
Yep.
to save Sanji.
So the backstory is that Zeph, the head chef of Baratier, he runs it, but he used to be a pirate and he raids a ship that Sanji was on as a kid. Basically, they get shipwrecked in a crash, and of course, like he said, Zeph sacrifices his own leg so the kid can eat. So, so Zeph ate his own leg and gave all the food to Sanji, and Sanji works for him for basically his whole life because Sanji's in debt. The only issue is Don Krieg is not interesting, and he's the main
No.
villain.
No, literally.
No, Don Krieg's the goat.
Don
Krieg.
He's so
Dude, Don
okay.
Krieg got
No.
okay. Respectfully, Don Krieg got packed up by Luffy with nothing.
Yeah.
He had his devil fruit, and that's
the
it.
goat.
He
He's
didn't
a
even know any.
jobber.
Dude, he didn't
He
know
had
any.
Dean,
He's
the guy
a
that
jobber.
Sanji fed. That's it.
Huh?
He had the guy that Sanji fed.
Who
With
did
the-
what?
He had the like ball weapon thing, you know.
Oh yeah,
He
he got packed up faster than
He got
him.
packed up
He's
by
so
Sanji.
mid.
Yes, and he got packed up faster than freaking.
Don Krieg is mid.
I gotta
Everyone
say-
likes Mihawk more.
I gotta say,
Mihawk
I
is
like
literally
the
the-
side characters, like the side villain people in the.
Oh yeah, the
before
freaking.
or the Grand Line, like the
Oh yeah,
People with the dumb, weird powers like Django in
Oh
Syrup
yeah,
Village.
no, Django and Syrup Village was
Those
literally.
people are fun, but again, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, that's fun, but they're not good characters. They're just oddities, right?
I mean, Django's a pretty good character.
No, he was just a dude that was hired.
1, 2, Django.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, let's remember though, Django did like defect from the pirates, and he did join the Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Afterwards, I'm talking, but for Django specifically, I'm talking about his role in Syrup Village.
Yeah.
I will say, Romance Dawn's the first time those wacky characters had like they did stuff.
That's true.
I will give that credit, but it's just Don Krieg is not interesting. That's why everyone remembers Mihawk. There was I think the guy who draws for Food Wars, he adapted the romance. I'm sorry, Baratier from Zoro's perspective. Guess who's barely mentioned? Don Krieg. It's all Mihawk, baby. It's
I
all
wonder
Mihawk.
why.
It's almost as if Mihawk's the better villain there, and he just showed up, fought a dude, said you're weak, and left.
I mean, he respected him at least.
Oh yeah, no,
Showed up
that
on
was
a
cool.
Coffin.
Yeah,
A tiny,
No, literally.
little
No, yeah, oh, no.
coffin.
yeah. But I think Baratier is probably above Romance Dawn in like
Oh,
a really
yeah.
high B.
Yeah, it's definitely high B or a low A.
It's like borderline, but I think there's more stuff that we could put in A. Like personally, this next arc, which is Arlong Park.
yeah.
Oh yeah, which
yeah.
as an early arc in One Piece is so
That's
yeah,
it. That's
so good.
As the quick recap of basically Nami betrays the Straw Hats and leaves Baratier, as we said, and because she was working with Arlong to get monies to buy her freedom, and Arlong is a giant shark dude. Incredible design, by the way. I love Arlong's design. And he goes, psych! And then she's like, you're still a slave. And she's like, no! And you know, we have one of the best scenes, you know, of Nami, you know, stabbing her, you know, slave tattooed to the fishman's, screaming Arlong's name in hatred.
in the squad pull up right after.
Oh yeah, and like her saying, you know, not even asking for, you know, begging for help, and Luffy goes, "Of course I'll help you." Like, oh my
Yeah.
god, so good. The fights in it are fantastic. Usopp's fight.
Usopp's fight was so good.
Usopp's fight was good.
Oh no, Usopp sucks at this point. And then
Usopp-
freaking he pulls up and does this, and it's just like, oh okay.
He had the sriracha. He was like, Usopp hammer, Usopp hammer, Usopp.
Like, you know,
He's so dumb.
it's so goofy,
He's-
but it's so perfect.
Oh yeah.
It's so it really
It's
encapsulates.
One Piece, and that's why it works. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like no other anime.
Because like it's literally like imagine you're watching Dragon Ball Z and Oolong manages to get a dub and you're like, why? How? That's what Usopp is.
Oh, literally.
it's like
and then and then you have
versus Yamcha.
Actually, it's literally like that time in Naruto where Konohamaru took out a pain. It's like that level. It's like that level of excuse me.
I'm not
amazing
slow.
arc though.
Arlong
Great arc.
is I think a really low A or like a mid A. It's
I was thinking mid A
Yeah.
because there's some
Yeah.
other stuff that I would put a little below it.
yeah, I agree. Logetown is basically after Arlong was it they just go to a town before they go to
Yeah.
That's where Roger was born.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally this entire arc is just like a mini lore dump.
It's just like there's Smoker, Dragon shows up,
Yep. Oh, and they
Buggy
finally
tries to kill him again.
right, but they address the different types of devil fruits now.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
just
Because
a lore dump.
yeah, it's basically
It's
just a
not
lore
really
dump.
that good of a plot. It's
Hey, Zoro gets a sword too. That's
That's
cool.
true.
That's
yeah,
that's
Zoro gets Kitetsu.
okay, but there's like
And
other
the second sword that no one cares about.
yeah, and
Yeah.
he does the thing with his army and all that. The vroom,
I
and it
trust the
mixes
sword.
It.
Yeah.
Or no, wait,
Oh,
what?
he gets 2 swords.
Yeah, he gets 2. He gets Kitetsu
and
and the
Yabashiri.
Yeah.
But
Screw that sword.
But the issue is that there are cooler arcs where he gets swords. So my thing
Very
with,
true.
The thing with Logetown is when I think of Logetown, I think of Luffy in the executioner thing, just like
yeah.
Roger, and it doesn't work.
Oh, I
Yeah,
mean, I
because
don't
of the
know.
lightning.
I
And then
think
the best scene, which is introducing Smoker as this intimidating Marine, and the kid like bumps into Smoker's leg, and the ice cream falls, and the girl's like, ah! And then Smoker goes, sorry, my pants ate your ice cream. Here's some money, kid.
Well, the other thing is,
It's such a banger scene.
the other thing is too, with Logtown, I kind of like it because one of the things that it does, which it doesn't do a lot of,
It does world building, a lot of world building.
but the other thing, the one thing I noticed at least while watching the anime is slowly until Saba Odi, there are like small little, like not necessarily arcs, but there are times where,
There's a cooldown period.
yes, but there are little moments where the Straw Hats seem a little more touchable by the plot. Where they're not like completely covered in plot armor and it's like, well, you can't touch any of them because they're the main cast. You have Smoker, who can't be hit because he's a Logia. How are you going to beat Smoker?
How many times has Smoker actually won?
True.
Thank you.
But my point being is there
How many times has he
don't-
lost in Logtown, though?
How many times did he lose in period?
this is fair.
What's his KD in COD right now? Right?
I gotta
Like,
look that up. I gotta look that up.
Do it in post. Give us the Smoker KD.
I will
I don't even think he has how many wins does he have?
I really don't remember, honestly.
The wins is probably way lower than the
let's see. Wait,
losses.
hold
Maybe
on.
it's
So-
one.
I
He
maybe
wins, he
generously
wins.
won.
Maybe.
I don't think he won in Logtown. He didn't do. Let's see.
I mean, he kind of won, and then Dragon showed up. He's like,
Well, that
what are
doesn't
you
count as a
doing?
win though. That's
Bleh.
outside interference. That's a disqualification.
yeah,
well,
but he beat Luffy, and then Dragon's like, no.
But not technically.
Nope.
That's the thing. They never finished the fight.
Grab him.
They never finished the fight, so he technically didn't win.
Okay,
it's
so
just,
how,
it's a draw.
Okay, that's totally no. That's a DQ. That doesn't count anymore. So now that doesn't count, how many wins
I
does
was
he
being
have?
generous.
You
But
can-
yeah, I would count that
How
as a
many
disqual.
wins?
How many wins? Chat.
Okay, let's see. Wait.
Zero.
Zero wins.
I don't know how this man became a vice
he shows up
admiral.
Alabasta.
I don't know how.
But they just gave the title because they know he's gonna get lung cancer soon. They're like, oh man, poor guy. Let's give him a shiny crown.
He can't though. He can't
He
though.
can't 'cause he just
can't.
takes
He's
the
made of
smoke
smoke.
and-
He's just like.
So Logtown, honestly, I think it's a D. The
Real,
like
D?
highest in D.
I would put it low B.
C.
Low B.
C is
Low
fair.
B.
Well, okay,
no,
no,
I'll
'cause
take
this-
low
No,
C.
because this is the thing.
Low
Okay, wait.
C is fair.
Because I didn't finish my point. From before,
Okay,
though.
finish your point.
All right.
D is crazy.
Without saying too
work.
much about future
Okay.
arcs. Right?
Okay.
The Straw Hats become more touchable by the plot, right? Because they have Smoker.
Okay.
They have Buggy, who is actually doing stuff. But my point is, and I'm not, it is not singled out to this arc, but this is the first time it comes up where they're actually touchable by the plot. Let's see. What is another example of this?
That would be the better arc, Sabati.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
The
No,
objectively
but
better.
Well, that's when it actually happens. I'm talking like before that. There's a number of times
Thriller
where they are
Bark.
touch.
Sure.
Thriller Bark, kind of.
Little Garden, you could
Annie's
argue.
Lobby, definitely.
Yep, Annie's Lobby. But-
Alabasta, kind of.
okay. The thing about arcs
Not
is
Alabasta. No.
What are you talking about?
When are they touchable by the plot? They kind of just
Luffy
like,
dies to Crocodile.
we'll get
and
to
then
that.
he
We'll
com-
get
and
to
he-
that later.
Yeah, but yeah.
We got like 30 arcs.
Okay,
That's
hold
my
on.
point. But they slowly become more
Okay.
touchable by the plot
So-
until they reach.
My
Sabaody.
D ranking is what actually happens. Nothing happens. It's a wacky hijinks Tom and Jerry bit happens, and you go, that's fine. Everything about Logtown to me personally is lore dump and a fine arc.
And
when
also comparing Luffy to Roger the entire arc.
Luffy, Roger, Zoro, Sword,
Which is
Nami was there.
right.
Usopp was there.
all
Sanji
have
was
Oda
there.
better
is just literally
times
telling
it
everyone
happens.
is just Luffy
It
is Roger.
In the grand scheme of One Piece, it is completely unimpressive of an arc. All right, if I told you you can reanimate any arc you want and it's completely perfect, right? Would you pick Logtown over most of the things here? No, you wouldn't. That's the only
No,
reason.
I
fair.
would.
No,
I'd
you
pick
would?
it.
You
I'd
pick
pick it.
Lockdown?
You're like, you know what? I hate.
I'm gonna animate Luffy to look exactly like Prime Roger.
but I'm okay with a low C. Right? I just don't think
A low C is fair.
It's too short. Like some stuff, it's just exposition dump. I'm not a big exposition dump kind of guy when it comes to tiny arcs. I'd rather it be in a big arc. But
Well, we got a
Can I-
bunch
okay,
of tiny arcs.
So
Okay.
let me ask you one question. Though.
okay.
Can I, at the very least, get Logtown put above Syrup Village?
How are you feeling, little man? How are we feeling?
because I like it. I personally like it more than Syrup Village, and
I think it is better than Syrup Village.
All right, you know what? Sure. Sure. Reverse Mountain is, in my opinion, also
It's just another log town,
Yeah, it's another log town,
but with a whale.
With a whale, but the whale isn't the best until Thriller Bark.
Fair.
With Thriller Bark, it's like oh my god. But without even reading Thriller Bark, initial thing,
ranking it by itself.
I would say this is like highest in D then, because like come on.
That's fair. I mean,
It sets up everything for the next season, which I'm sorry,
Right.
the next. You could argue Saga.
yeah. Reverse Mountain is kind of just another lord because then
And most
what
of
else
the
happened?
Right, they're
log
trying to kill
pose.
the.
They talk about the log
log
pose.
pose.
and most of the setup is for the next arc, which is Whiskey Peak. Most
Right.
of the
The
plot
only-
lines gets resolved there.
The
yeah,
only
yeah.
interesting thing was Crocus.
Yeah, Crocus is cool. I like
Crocus.
Crocus.
Oh no, Crocus and the two
Crocus.
people who tried to kill Crocus.
Yeah.
No, they were trying to kill Laboon because they needed meat for Whiskey Peak
Facts.
because they were.
Facts.
Yeah. I do like Laboon. Laboon's cool.
Laboon's the
Laboon is
goat.
I love
Laboon
Laboon.
is awesome.
I love Laboon.
Especially this whole thing with Luffy.
Yeah.
Very good dynamic.
Very
Yeah.
good dynamic, even though Luffy beat the crap out of him when they
Oh yeah.
Shoved the whole mass.
I swear,
the
dude.
whole mass just went.
he punched him in the eye twice.
No,
and I'm
literally,
like,
I swear,
"Jeez."
Luffy, like, it's actually crazy how far Luffy goes without like any training or additional power ups.
It's kind of
It's
wild.
actually insane.
It's kind of wild how much Luffy threw hands way more aggressively than a whale than Buggy. That's all I'm saying.
Back
Going
on this,
easy on Buggy. All he did was kick him in the ball.
I
Meanwhile,
forgot.
the whale, he's like doing animal cruelty. Peter's having a seizure
literally.
in the corner.
Yeah, this is why the world government's after him. It's because he's assaulting all the animals.
Luffy
dude.
thinks he's food.
Luffy goes, "Oh boy, blubber nuggets," and then just like suplexes him off a waterfall.
Sanji's
We're gonna
already
arrest
starting
him
the
on
oil.
charges.
Yeah. So I'm
He's
just getting
already
the butcher
prepping.
knife. Be like, yep, it's time.
Sharpening.
Usopp's like, guys, we can't do that. This is really messed. Zoro's drunk in the corner. It's like, yep, I lost my way to kick the whale in the shin.
Yeah.
All right, Whiskey Peak is I guess the conclusion to Reverse Mountain, and also gets us learning about more about Crocodile and his organization.
I think it's better than
Or,
Reverse
well,
Mountain.
he's Mr.
just for the
Zero at this
Zoro
point.
scene.
Oh, 100%. Whiskey Peak is objectively better than Reverse Mountain.
It's just good. I don't know.
I-
The Luffy v Zoro.
Oh
I felt
yeah.
It's a good fight, but I felt that plot setup was kind of forced. It
I mean,
feels a bit
the
forced.
one
It was
thing
so
that Whiskey
funny.
Peak did that I thought at least was kind of cool is they brought in more like weird devil fruits.
Yeah, I
Like
like
you got
that.
freaking the bomb fruit.
Yeah, no.
When I saw the bomb fruit for the first time,
the
I'm like,
bomb fruit was
I'm like,
so cool.
show's over. It's done.
It's-
It's done. He's dead. All of
Yeah,
them
no,
are
literally,
dead.
you're gonna blow up. Like
It's
what
really
the, what the
fun.
hell are you gonna do to him?
I just don't think it's better than Logtown.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think it's under
That's
it.
fair. I mean,
It's okay. It's all right. It's a fun
High
watch.
D, low C
Yeah.
in there.
I don't know.
I honestly think
I
it's better
kinda
than
have-
Syrup Village too. Sorry.
I don't know. I kind of
Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh, they introduced Robin in that too.
Oh,
And-
true. Yeah. She
Miss
pulls up.
All Sunday.
Oh, yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
bad,
Thank
my
you.
bad.
Thank you. What's
Oh,
next?
Mr. Zero, Miss
You're
All
gonna
Sunday.
tell me in Annie's lobby that Usopp was there when it was Sniper King? Come
Yeah, for
on.
real.
Oh yeah. No, it's Soja King.
Potato, you know.
Yeah, potato,
Mistranslation.
potato.
Mistranslation.
Mistranslation.
Just like Zolo, it's mistranslation.
Yeah, Zolo.
Little Garden, so they're going on fun adventures. They're dealing with the what Baroque Works. That's their name. Baroque Crocodile's thing.
Yeah.
Baroque Works, and Baroque Works follow them to Little Garden, where they meet two giants, and the two giants are fighting in this like big rivalry battle. I really like this arc, and
Dory and
especially
Broggy.
Yeah.
Dory and Broggy are the best.
they're great.
This,
And with
I'm not gonna lie. This was my
with
favorite arc until we got to
everything
Drum Island.
like up to like it's still important too. Little Garden.
oh yeah, no.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Little Garden's important.
Incredibly relevant.
And the wax fruit fight is actually
yeah.
it felt like there was actual stakes of like, yeah, what if there was just a broken ability that
Especially
only
Yeah,
had one
So
thing?
Zoro doesn't even fight
tries
back.
he tries to cut off his feet.
Yeah, it's
No,
like
literally, Zoro gets stuck and he's just like, "Well, I'm dead. It sucks for me."
He's
dude."
like,
GG,
he's like,
you know?
time to die
What?
cool. Start posing.
literally.
Start
Why aren't you-
posing.
yeah, I
Why
gotta
aren't you posing, guys? You're gonna die. It's gonna look garbage, bro.
Usopp, terrible figure. You need better posture when you die.
Nami, what
It's
is
like
that, dude? You're like freaking leaning back. What the hell?
really fun arc. Again, really puts Baroque Works as a threat. Very good setup for later for the continuation of this narrative.
They set up Usopp's dream a little more too.
Oh, that's
Yep,
true.
Yep. The giants are very important as well.
This is the very beginning of it.
Yeah.
So honestly, I think it's above Baratier in B.
That's
Oh,
fair.
really?
That's fair.
I was thinking one below Baratier, like right next to it.
One below Baratier. All right.
One below, just because I think
Okay.
narratively Baratier
All
is
right.
better.
You're the tiebreaker, kid. What are we thinking? Above or
That's
below
fair.
Baratier?
In the middle.
In the middle?
In the
Okay,
middle.
fine. Under Baratier.
In the middle. Play the fiddle.
I got it. Drum Island is where we are introduced to the greatest character, the greatest Straw
Chopper.
Hat, Tony Chopper.
Chopper.
And we get probably one of my favorite backstories in One
yeah.
Piece.
Easily.
Along with my favorite comedic villain, boy failure villain, Wapol, who's actually narratively important.
He's so important for no
I
reason.
can't believe this man is still relevant.
He's still relevant.
The worst part
He's
is
the munch kaboom.
no, literally. No, this
made
is
the
the thing that
Wapol
messes with me
medal.
about Wapol,
The
right?
Wapol
All right,
medal.
Buggy is a very important character. Wapol is instantly more important than Buggy.
No.
No, he is.
He is
But-
so much more important.
Hold on,
Oh my
hold
God.
on. Buggy?
Wapol has been everywhere doing everything, and Buggy has effectively been nowhere compared to Wapol.
Cross guild though with Buggy.
It took
Right, which is somehow less relevant than Wapol.
1,000 chapters for the cross guild to be introduced, and after when we get to Egghead, nothing has been done with the cross guild. Meanwhile, how much stuff has been done with Wapol Metal? A whole lot with Frankie.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
And-
I like
Metal
the cross
won.
And
guild.
Wapol in the Reverie too.
Yeah, Wapol's in the
He's
Reverie.
Wapol in the Wapol in actually Egghead, not technically, but technically.
Yeah. Wapol
Wapol
has,
in. Actually, I think it was in Wano too.
Yeah, if the cross guild does anything, then I'm like, okay, Buggy, I'm back on the Buggy train. But as
Yeah.
of right
Buggy.
now, Wapol is the
Wapol-
guy for a joke villain. We have Tony Chopper, who's again a reindeer who ate the human fruit and just wants to be shunned by the reindeer, shunned by the people, only found acceptance in a doctor, and he wants to be a doctor to help people, right? And of course, Luffy goes, I want to eat that thing.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, food.
So
Chopper looks tasty.
yeah.
I don't blame him.
honestly, I think I really mess with Drum Island, and I love the scene with the flag where Luffy protects the flag.
Yeah.
I think this is a low A, like a really low A.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't know if that's a little too high.
I don't know. I might say something controversial here, but I think it's better than Arlong Park. I think it's better than Arlong Park, especially the scene with the cherry blossoms.
Yeah, but
That to me, like
Yeah,
the
but-
narrative, right?
Hold on.
Narratively,
Hold
I would
on.
say it's a little better than
Hold
Arlong
on.
Park, not by much.
Luffy climbing up
Visually,
with Nami
instantly
in
better than
the
Arlong
entire
Park.
mountain though, where his hands he's slipping is
Yup.
all blood. That
Luffy
was
is literally
Yeah.
just clutching the entire arc.
Drum Island is a fun one-off adventure where we get Tony Chopper, but Arlong has more. It feels like there's more weight to what's going on.
I don't know. I mean,
meanwhile, Drum Island is we are helping Chopper from this one dude. Arlong Park is like, this is a serious messed up guy.
Right.
Nami betrays Luffy, and Luffy still forgives Nami. Like
Right.
there's a lot more emotional roller coasters in Arlong. Drum Park is again really, really good, but I feel like you know what's gonna happen. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's fair.
in the backstory though. That was the backstory is so
Backstory is really good.
Oh, yeah.
But everyone has really good backstories. A lot of characters really do.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, if we're talking on weight of backstories, though, I feel like Chopper's backstory is better than Nami's backstory.
Yeah,
Not-
but it's what Chopper does from said backstory. Like Tony Chopper is like, he just wants acceptance, finds it in the Straw Hats. Easy, simple.
Right.
Done. We have solved the backstory already. Nami, when we're first introduced to you, she's standoffish, she's
Right.
rude, she has an ill temper, right? And then like in the depths of despair, which we now know in the context from the flashback, she breaks, right?
Right.
Tony Chopper already broke in the flashback. So I feel like that the overall part, it's good.
Yeah.
But again, there's more of an emotional roller coaster in Arlong,
Okay.
right?
Fair,
That's
fair.
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
All right, you've convinced me.
Alabasta, I feel like this is probably an easy S tier or highest an A, whatever you guys want.
I would say low S.
Low S.
Low S.
because they're-
Lowest of the S's.
Because this is like the objectively everyone likes
is
this
the-
arc.
Yup.
It is the baseline for like most arcs. It's like the One Piece formula.
Because
Oh
this
yeah,
is,
yeah. For the big, this is the
big
big
Wow.
One Piece arc
Someone
formula
feeds
right here.
Luffy. Luffy's like, "Oh, I'm gonna save your country now."
No,
hip,
literally.
hip, hooray!
Well,
Thanks for the
actually,
food.
There's
You want-
there is an interesting part because Luffy's whole gimmick is that he loves doing what he wants, and the whole time that they do this Baroque work stuff was that Vivi's like, "You're gonna save my kingdom," and Luffy goes, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not a superhero. I'm a pirate. I want to do what I want. I don't want to help your town." And then like he sees like, okay, people are oppressed. I want others to be as free as me, right? Which honestly, of the big three, I don't think like that this soon into the series, any character got character development that big out of like the big shonen
Oh, yeah.
anime.
Yeah.
I mean,
Goku did not.
Goku definitely did.
Does
Naruto,
Goku have
no.
development?
In Dragon Ball, yeah. And Z, no. Super, no. GT, no.
Goku's like,
Well,
"Fight,
who does anything in GT?
Frieza!"
No
fight.
one does anything in GT. That's what GT sucks.
Yeah, but Super Saiyan 4.
Oh man. That,
Oh yeah, which is now
Yeah.
canon. Which is now canon. I'm kidding.
Okay. Okay.
kidding.
Okay. I'm only on episode 8, bro.
I'm kidding.
Of Daima. I don't know. It's okay. I got spoiled on Super Saiyan 4.
I got scared for a second. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. You scared me for a second. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way, dude. It's been out for like 2 weeks.
Sorry, I got off track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Alabasta.
Yeah, lock in.
We're locking in.
Lock in.
Alabasta, after Luffy does his character development bit, he goes and fights Baroque Works, who are trying to basically coup d'etat the whole entire kingdom of Alabasta. And all the fights are really good. My only critique
Pell?
is Pell. Because there's
I
there's
think
a
it
whole,
should go into A just because of that.
No,
Really?
see, lowest
Yes.
in S.
Mm,
Okay, so to explain the context
he's
for
like,
the chat.
"Oh, I'm gonna sacrifice myself by taking this bomb really
Yep.
high up in the sky because I have the bird fruit." He goes boom, and no, he's alive.
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, the issue with One Piece is that characters don't.
And it's not even like it's a small
die.
bomb. It's like
a-
Crocodile
There's
was
like-
using the bomb to blow up the entirety
Yes,
of Alabasta.
There's like 3 people who have actually died. 4 people that
who have actually died in One Piece.
4.
One of which didn't even die in One Piece, and he comes back as a zombie.
He's still. I didn't count that.
I mean, it's
right.
technically.
I mean, well, actually,
Well, yeah, I don't count like flashbacks and stuff though.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying. I know. But however, here's my counterpoint. Luffy covering his knuckles with blood to punch Crocodile because the only way to hit Crocodile is if you have moisture on yourself because he's made of sand.
Yeah.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
Crocodile's goated. I love Crocodile.
Crocodile is one of my favorite villains.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Of all time.
Real good design, real good power.
I have so many drawings
What,
of
the
him. He's
first
so, he's
warlord?
Great design.
And Luffy, after 3 attempts of like, I'm going to use water, I'm going to use this. In the tomb, he goes, that's it. I'm using my bloody knuckles to punch the hell out of you. And it works.
Yeah.
And it's peak.
And it's
and
awesome.
It's so good. The fight with Das Bones and Zoro,
Oh,
I
yeah,
also
yeah, yeah.
really like.
No, we're-
and,
oh my
and
God.
the best character, Bon Clay.
of course.
The
Can't
homie?
forget Bon Clay.
Bon Clay and Sanji's fight was kind of mid though.
Oh, the fight was mid, but Bon Clay as a
I don't
character,
know.
kind of goated.
I thought their fight like it was definitely
It's
mid.
not
It
memorable.
wasn't bad.
I can't remember a single thing
It's-
that happened.
it's
in it.
I
okay.
do remember what happened. 'cause
I
this is, like-
remember Usopp's fight.
Usopp's
Oh
was
yeah,
fun.
because Usopp's fight was awesome.
Yeah, every Usopp
I
fight
will
is like
say-
the best thing ever.
The Bon Clay Sanji fight was done better with Senior Pink and Frankie.
Yeah.
It's the same
Yeah.
premise, but done better. But
That's fair.
But it's a low S. Alabasta has to be a low S. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like it's the blueprint.
Yeah, but Pell.
That's
Pell-
why it's in low S, not high S.
Yeah.
Jaya, which one? That was the island with Bellamy,
Yeah,
right?
Bellamy.
Yeah, Bellamy, Blackbeard.
This is what
Yep.
I kind of wish Logtown was.
Nolan too.
That's kind of okay.
I feel like Jaya is what I wanted from Logtown because there is a plot in Jaya that actually feels like there's some character weight along with the lore dump, along with the
Right.
setup for the next
Well, yeah, because
arc.
Yeah,
Logtown
but
doesn't
also
necessarily help them get to the red
Logtown,
line.
Logtown shows that Luffy is not the strongest person. I
Yeah,
feel
but-
like
yeah,
but
Jaya,
like-
he's the strongest person there, and he does nothing about it. Really,
But that's
He's
why
just
it's
like-
interesting because he's
I
holding
mean,
back.
barely.
We learn about Blackbeard, okay?
Yep.
Bellamy is a pretty fun dynamic, right? Where Bellamy does think he's the toughest, and Luffy's like, I'm showing restraint, even though this guy's a jerk.
Oh yeah, doesn't even use his fruit, doesn't do anything, just whoops him.
Yeah, and I
One punch. What?
Yeah,
and
Saitama wishes, bro.
That scene is more impactful than most scenes in Logtown. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
It's like it's just a very better Logtown.
That's one of my favorite scenes too.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Bellamy just getting
Wrecked.
1-2 packed up,
Boom.
done.
It establishes the Straw Hats' presence in the world.
Establishes their presence in Jaya too.
And in Jaya, I think it's pretty good, but again, as its own, it's just it's all right. You know,
It's good.
I think either lowest in B or highest in C. Either or.
Yeah, no, I could see a low B.
Low B.
Low B.
Low B.
Let's go
Wonderful.
low B.
This definitely beats Orangetown.
This is
This is a great arc. I don't care what anyone
Okay.
says. That's a great arc.
okay. I have thoughts. Is that I think this is the most generic shonen that One Piece ever gets. Now, is it good? Yes.
You
Yeah.
think this is the most shonen?
All right. Let's think about this for 3 seconds. So you have the really cool intro that's One Piece style. We learn about the Cloudians, right? They go up into the sky. Really fun stuff. But then the moment the fighting starts, it's really kind of boring. All of NL's jobbers, everyone's like, we now have to magically split apart. Whoa, this guy has insane abilities that almost no one can counter except main character, where are you? And he's off doing something stupid.
Yeah,
Right.
Luffy and the snake.
Yeah, which is a thing from Naruto, by the way. That was a plot point in the Forest of Death, by the way. So if we're sinking down to like the most mid part of Naruto, because I do not like the Chunin exams. Well, I like some stuff about the Chunin exams, but like we're down to there. NL is broken, but not like a haha, this is fun broken. It's no, he's just genuinely broken.
Nobody can even beat him.
No,
It's
no one
not even fair.
No one can even last a second, which is why everyone remembers the Sanji scene because he lasted a second. And I'm like, it's a cool scene, but like it's the most generic. We must wait for the MC to show up to solve everything plot you can get.
Right.
Lore wise, fantastic. Actual fighting wise,
Right.
NL's design peak.
I mean,
Yeah,
So-
Eminem.
Eminem.
So honestly, I don't think I want to put this any higher than maybe highest in B.
That's fair.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because it's the fighting that's the worst part of the arc. NL's ability is super cool. It's just no one can fight him.
even Luffy still struggles with him though, because
Yeah.
he can't hit him really.
He can hit him, but he also can't hit him.
Yeah, I like the idea
And
that
there's observation hockey and introduces that.
they don't explicitly state it, which again, I like
What do
the
they even call
lore.
it? Mantra.
The lore is really good. It's just what could have been a really good fight of two dudes who can't hit each other magically turns into, whoa, two dudes who can't hit each other. And now magically gain another ability to beat Luffy with the golden balls to trap him. And it's like, come
Right.
on.
And Nell didn't even lose though. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah, no, literally.
That's
He was
why
so
it's
OP,
lame.
he just had to run away.
he goes to the moon.
Yeah, it's so lame. It's not even that good. It's a fight where no one wins except Enel, and Enel is like, okay, well, I just leave. It's so
thinks he's
I was gonna
anticlimactic.
do this anyway. Like,
He thinks he's Gru trying to steal the moon.
no, literally.
I will steal the moon.
And I don't want to see Luffy as Vector. We can't be doing. I don't want him in the jumpsuit.
Oh, yeah.
Put I don't know Usopp in the
No.
jumpsuit.
Oh no, he's kind of got the haircut for it though.
Yeah. So yeah, it's. Everyone's been trying to be like, everyone says it's the worst arc. It's not. Everyone
People
says,
say to skip it, and that's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
no,
the
no,
games
it's-
skip it all the time, which it's like that's also weird and messed up because it's really important. But like,
Especially once you get into like later stuff.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole point of Skype.
yeah, but again, now we have that. It's like the Legend of Korra where people went, this show kind of is trash. Which I'm sorry, Legend of Korra is not really as good as people remember. But
It's horrible.
But
It's
now we have the retaliatory. But wait, it's actually Pete. Like that's what Skype is doing right now because of Wano.
Yeah, it's the
And I'm
Skype
like-
resurgence right
And
now.
I'm like, please, guys, it's pretty good, but it's nowhere close
Yeah,
to
I mean-
Arlong or Alabasta at
Right.
all. And then we have Long Ring, Long Land.
S.
Yep, and
S.
then
Hail
and then
Mary
oh,
S.
Yep.
Hail
no,
Mary
he was
S.
waiting for this.
Hail
I was
Mary
trying to
S.
tell you.
No.
Hail Mary S. I won't settle for
No.
anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Personally,
No.
hold on.
Yeah.
Here's my question. If I use my Hail Mary to send it to F, where does it go?
Then we
C.
treat it as regular.
No.
I can counter.
No,
Yeah,
no,
cancel it,
no,
dude.
No,
Cancel it.
No. I'm
no,
actually saving my S or something else.
No,
so.
that's an S.
can't do it.
That's
I
an
can't do
S.
it.
I'll
That's
do
an
it.
S.
No.
I'll do it. Let's have an actual discussion about long ring,
No,
long
that's
land.
an S tier. That's
No.
an A. That's an
All right,
Let's
wait,
have
wait,
a
hold on,
serious discussion
All
for
right,
3
wait.
seconds.
So here's my question though. Now that you both have used yours, if I use mine to send it to F, then it actually goes to F.
I know it's called I'm ignoring you.
No.
We're not being mean to the kid.
No.
That's fair.
All right.
right.
So Ling Ring
That's
Long
S-
Land. What happens is they go to this weird island and they meet the Foxy Pirates, and basically they play a pirate game to steal members of each other's crew. Now I wish something actually came of that.
Where he was actually like
They did steal someone,
I
right?
keep
Right.
seeing
Or
what's
that
gonna
they
happen.
made him so
with
he was actually
Blackbeard and
relevant?
Luffy or something.
If that happens, then I will accept this. But for now, it's just fun, wacky Looney Tunes hijinks, and then something important happens at the end.
Oh wait, is that counted as
Aokiji
wrongling?
showing up?
Or
Yeah.
that's not the beginning of
Aokiji
Water
showing
7?
up was
No.
first, I thought, between
No.
Long Ring, Long.
No,
no,
it
it's at the end.
transitions. That's the transition to Water 7.
Oh.
I thought that was beginning of Water 7.
No, Water 7
Okay,
starts when
wait.
they're
So it
at
actually
Water
does
7.
have something going for it
Yes.
with Aokiji. Okay.
So I don't hate Long Ring, Long Land. I think it's kind of
love it.
fun.
I love it.
It's so, but I really wish that they brought literally anything back.
Or they altered Foxy's character so that he could be relevant and cool later.
no.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I don't really care
they
for
bring him
Foxy.
back in filler in the anime.
Foxy's whatever.
Yeah, but it's filler.
I just like the idea of the pirate games. I
Yeah,
really like the
but,
idea.
No, but this is
The
my point.
pirate
Okay,
games
if
are
Foxy's
so much
character was
fun.
changed, that he was not only cooler, but he also had the potential to be relevant later.
I don't really
instead
want him
of
to be
this.
cool. I like him
yeah,
being a
because no one wants
loser.
this Foxy
Hold
to
on,
be cool.
hold on.
My point is they changed Foxy. They make him a better
I think
character.
You're forgetting something. Afro Luffy.
No, that's
Afro
why.
Luffy.
Honestly, I
A
think
tier.
this has got to be the highest in C tier, a 6 out of
God.
10. Nothing can ever. This is the pinnacle of its eye. Its eye.
I'm telling you, that's an S tier.
It,
That's an
it
S
is
tier.
not.
It's
You're so
no pre-time skiing. Like there's no pre-time skip hijinks. Like you can't get that anymore.
I mean,
And it's one of a kind.
Yeah, it's one of a
It's
kind.
one of a kind.
I like
unique.
it because it's
There's
different.
no One Piece arc like it.
But nothing matters until something matters later down the line.
Everything matters.
No, it doesn't. We never see Foxy. The pirate
He's
games
not.
are never
He's
brought
not
up
even
again.
remotely relevant.
Yeah, Aokiji, who is introduced, who's one of the marine. What was
He's
it?
insanely.
Admirals?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of the three
Hey, look,
admirals.
Ben 10.
Oh, Ben 10.
Oh, let's go. Relevant.
Yeah, it's relevant. You should have watched the video. Three Amigops ranking Ben 10 aliens.
You did.
I did. I watched that part.
When it becomes relevant, I can see it being bumped up to a B. But for now, no.
Okay.
Fair.
All right, because I'm not gonna hate it. It's not bad. It's fun. I agree. It's
It's just incredibly overrated.
well, not that it's over. Long Ring, Long Land is overrated. I just think genuinely
This is either
nothing happens.
This is either the most loved arc or the most hated arc.
and I
by
don't
everyone.
agree with the hated part. That's ridiculous.
No, this
it's
is
fun.
It's fun.
It's so
great.
fun.
But
if you took out specifically until Aokiji shows up.
hold on, I can think of something. When Chopper gets traded and Zoro makes fun of him, he's like, "No, be a man. You got traded. You signed up for this game with pirates. It's all fair." Chopper was being a little whiny baby about it.
Okay, and when does
And-
this come back in a later arc?
It makes Chopper more mature.
You are doing the greatest Olympian stretch
Yeah, no,
I've
literally.
ever seen. You are
gymnastics
going
are insane.
You are going for the gold medal, and I
I'm telling
appreciate
you,
the hustle.
at least put it in B.
Fine,
Please,
fine, fine.
please.
All right, I got you, homie.
Okay,
All right,
but everything is better than it in
yep,
B.
yeah. I don't know. We'll get to that
Like-
point. Fine. We will take B. We will take B. We take dubs here. Okay.
I can deal with that.
Water 7, a huge fan favorite.
I love this arc. This
It's
is
fantastic.
this is my number one arc.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Oh
That's a
wait,
good choice.
yours isn't Ennie's lobby?
Well, both of them. I see them
okay.
as combined.
Okay, so the
but
issue is, I don't know
I
what
think
post Ennie's lobby is. We're gonna skip
that
that.
post Ennie's lobby
It's
is
just-
like
is
with
that-
Garp.
That's still Ennie's lobby. That doesn't count.
No,
No,
they
no,
go
no,
back
it's,
to Water 7.
Yeah, that counts as Ennie's lobby. That's the conclusion of Ennie's lobby.
I mean, wait.
Because-
there's one more thing. Oh no! You know what does happen there? Ace and Blackbeard. That's post Ennie's lobby.
Ace and Blackbeard.
Ace
the
and
lore
Blackbeard is
dump,
post Ennie's lobby.
the lore dump, the Sunny.
Yeah, bro, speaking to the mic, young man.
Oh, my bad.
Speaking to the mic.
My bad.
That's right. Yell at Luke. I think you should start you get the chair ready.
Yeah, Luke.
No.
Get the chair ready. Keep
Not
it
the
on.
chair. Not the chair.
Get the chair. You're gonna throw
Yeah,
that
Luke.
thing.
Not the chair.
You want some of this? I got my hitman to jump here.
Hold on.
What are you gonna do?
Let me lock in.
He's locking in.
What are you locking? Oh God, no, not the whip. I forgot you had that.
He has it on standby.
No, literally, I forgot he had this.
Come on, speaking to the mic.
I am.
Do it, you Johnny Test looking.
I am. Oh, I forgot you had the music too.
Oh, stop. We have to cut this.
No, it's covered. It's covered.
It's covered.
It's covered. It's covered.
Oh, I didn't do that.
Nope, not canon.
Yep. That
so
was
this-
filler.
Yep,
all right, yeah,
literally.
filler arc. Water 7. We get introduced. They go to a shipwright. There's a better mystery than in
Syrup Village?
True.
Trash compared to Water 7.
Yeah.
Significantly better.
Really good cliffhanger when they leave Water 7 in the Laguna. Very good cliffhanger because Nico Robin has since joined the cast and she's like, yeah, I'm like the most wanted thing on the planet because I know about a mysterious century that no one else knows about because the government eradicated it from history for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm the highest thing. The admirals are going to go after you. Aokiji jumped us.
Yeah.
Barely
Barely let us live.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn myself in so that way you guys can live. And Luffy goes, "That's dumb," and that's when he goes to Enies Lobby, which is the greatest prison.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, the hub of all government.
That's like the
yeah, yeah.
judiciary branch,
Yeah.
basically, where they judge him.
But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Water 7 aspect is basically a bait and switch where it paints Frankie as the bad guy because he wrecks ships, and we learn about Frankie. And
Frankie's the goat.
I love Frankie.
Frankie's actually the goat.
I think this is like the highest in A tier. Water
Yeah,
7.
Water 7.
Oh, yeah.
and then-
Probably the most
We got-
interesting city.
And Frankie's backstory too, and
Frankie's good.
Frankie's entire thing
Frankie's.
is
Does this
so
include the
cool.
train, though, too? Enies Lobby?
I think Enies Lobby is when they get
So-
to Enies Lobby. So the train, yeah. The noodle foo fight.
The noodle fight
Yeah.
is so good with
Yeah.
Sanji. With
Oh,
the
yeah.
knives.
Yeah, it's
Eni-
good.
That's
I
so
think-
good.
If I remember correctly, Enies Lobby starts when CP9 specifically gets to Enies Lobby.
Okay. So after the trains fights. Okay. So Enies Lobby is them breaking into prison and fighting at the Tower of Law. We get some of the best fights in the series. We get some fun things like
Yep.
Chopper in the Rumble
The
Balls.
3 Rumble.
We get Gear 2, which is
And 3.
at
I
first.
want to see any other zone eat a Rumble Ball.
I really wish they did.
Yo, give Kaido a Rumble Ball.
Yeah, give Kaido one.
Give Luffy a Rumble Ball.
At first, when I saw Gear 2 and 3, I went, that is just okay. But then we
Really?
got to Wano, and I went, oh, everything makes sense now.
True.
Right? Because I thought Gear 2 and Gear 3 were like, oh, this is the shoehorned power-up, like all of Naruto's Kurama cloaks or whatever
yeah.
garbage. But then when we get to Wano, which will, I can say it now, there's no such thing as a gum fruit. All of his powers are made up in his head, which now makes sense why he made Gear 2 and 3 on the fly. He made it up. Then and there, which now
Gear
totally,
2, I think he
Gear
like,
2 was
figured it out.
foreshadowed in Water 7.
But
like,
he
you could
made
see
it-
Oh yeah, he was
You
going
could
to do
see
it.
happening when he was beating up Frankie's
Well, the other thing,
entire
like-
family.
Yeah.
Was there any training for this? Was there any narrative purposes for this? No, he just did it, which is at first you go, that's weird.
They also
but
don't show the training for Sanji's Diablo Jambe or Zoro's Ashura.
Ashura they never explained, but the Devil Jam they explain what it is later, right? Which I can then justify.
Which is like, okay, that's kind of cool.
yeah, that's kind of cool. The Ashura, I have no idea. I don't remember that one if they ever explained it, but.
They did not.
But dude, I just finished that kid. They haven't explained squat.
And then we also get the fantastic I Wanna Live scene, which cements Nico Robin as probably one of my favorite One Piece characters.
And then you get to the
writing-wise.
backstory, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, it's phenomenal in every single way. We also got Spam Dam, who's literally modeled off McFoley when he was Mankind.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun fact for you. He was modeled off of Mankind, the wrestler. Literally go on your phone and look up Mankind. Actually, wait, no, hold on. We have technology.
true.
Oh, it's so.
All right, this is Mankind. All right.
Oh my God, it's literally
It's
Spam Dam.
Spam Dam. That's
It's
Yeah,
Mankind.
it's Frankie's Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Frankie is literally Jim Carrey.
Yeah, Frankie's Ace Ventura. Yeah,
True.
so
Every hairstyle he gets to is something Jim Carrey has, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
Actually, no, not the
for
whale.
pre-time skip.
Yeah.
probably like even though it's just all fighting, it's just literally Luffy walks up, says, "I declare war on the government. I'm gonna rescue Nico Robin." Goes to rescue Nico Robin. We get the Buster call. They're gonna blow up the place.
Oh, the shenanigans with the Usopp and Kaku and
Oh
Zoro.
yeah.
The sword, the Soja King sword.
No one has talked about Soja King.
Oh yeah,
Soja King.
Another fantastic character because Luffy and Usopp had a fight. Now I've seen a lot of people in the Water 7 arc. They misinterpret the whole fight of Usopp and Luffy, and they say it's a point that Usopp's a bad character.
No,
That's the point that he's a good character.
That's
this
I'm
cements
saying.
why he's a this cements why he's a necessary part of the Straw Hats.
And it establishes Luffy is like, oh, haha, I may be freedom loving, but I am your captain. You do what I say, Usopp. That was remember in the Cell games where Vegeta and Trunks just kept messing around the whole goddamn time and Goku should have yelled at one of them? Anyone should have yelled at any of them? No, okay? No one in anime
Unironically,
does it.
Vegeta should have yelled at himself.
Yes! How many MCs literally just go to a character, it's like, I'm gonna do something stupid, and the main character goes, no, there's consequences.
Well, Goku also wants to just fight, so.
Yeah, Goku's also just an idiot.
Goku did not want Perfect Cell. That was a confirmed plot. He did not want Perfect Cell to happen. So I don't know why they say Usopp's a bad character. Then we get Sniper King. You got Soga King.
Yep.
Who is not affiliated with Usopp.
Not at all.
Not
in any
at
way,
all.
shape, or form. Luffy doesn't know. They never tell him.
Yep.
They never tell him who the mysterious
Chopper
identity
doesn't
is.
know
Probably
either,
still has
actually.
his autograph
Wait,
hung up.
No, Chopper doesn't know either.
the Chopper? I didn't know that.
No, Luffy and Chopper don't know. They have no idea.
They have been pirating for 4 years. They have no idea. But Enies Lobby, I do prefer more than Water 7,
think-
specifically for Nico Robin.
Ennie's Lobby is an
Well,
easy
and-
S.
Yeah.
Easy S.
Also,
Yeah.
Ennie's Lobby is finally the time where Frankie kind of joins the crew basically.
Yep.
Because he finally does
And-
stuff with the Straw Hats and he's
Nico
not fighting
Robin-
Luffy anymore.
Nico Robin does officially join the Straw Hats then 100%. She's
Yeah.
in it to win it.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, I think it's a little better than Alabasta.
Easily.
You're
I'm
a
not
little
even
better.
arguing that.
I'm ignoring post Ennie's Lobby because it's dumb.
We also got post-war.
But Blackbeard and Ace and like they did the
Post-war.
thing,
That's
and, like,
no. These aren't real. These ones.
I think
Post-war is Luffy's backstory.
it's like the aftermath, the after party.
Post-war is Luffy's backstory.
Okay. Ennie's Lobby. We can. I mean, this is dumb. It's going back in. It's going back in the thing. Thriller Bark. Okay.
This is a good arc, but
Eh,
it's
to
no
me-
higher than B.
No, I think
Or
it. Okay.
E
All
or A.
right.
I was gonna say no higher than Jaya.
No, I like Long Ring Long Land way more than Thriller Bark. Thriller
Really?
Bark is a really cool setup
But
of an island. It's a really cool setup,
Well,
right?
I like Long Ring Long Land better than anything, so it doesn't matter.
It's a cool concept, a floating island that's full of zombies.
Mm-hmm.
The first
Yeah.
thing is cool. Then we get to Ryoma, right? And stuff like
Ryoma's-
that. Really cool, right?
Yep.
The invisible guy trying to marry Nami, not cool.
Oh my
Right.
God,
The
that is
spider, not cool.
Right.
The weird doctor lady in the evil Frankenstein scientist that Robin fights, not cool. They're
Corona
more-
versus Usopp.
That's
Kinda
goated,
cool.
Goated
That's
fight.
goaded.
Brooke, fantastic character, fantastic backstory. Laboon, it makes me cry
yeah.
every time. The issue is
Brooks
Wars.
lead up to the end.
The
his
issue
whole like character development
with-
throughout the arc, kind of good.
Thriller Bark is literally the main plot itself. I dislike it because it's just, let's go to an island. Oh, there's a warlord here. This warlord is a loser. He's not interesting. He's not even the main guy
He's
they
a
fight in the
bowling
end.
pin.
He's a bowling pin. I mean,
Straight up.
I mess with his design, but he doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
He's so annoying because like literally every time he shows up, you're like, oh, they're finally gonna fight. Brick bat.
This
That's
MF
it.
fought Kaido. And
Literally.
and he's just sitting there like a fat
Yeah, he just
loaf.
sits there. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go play with my toy. Luffy, eat some brick bat, dude.
The
Like,
stupid,
come on.
dumb giant he makes is mid. Everything.
And they beat him in like 4 seconds.
Oars is lame.
Or it gets packed up, cranking.
packed up and
Frankie's
he's-
cranking 90s on
No,
him.
literally.
Like
It's like the main plot of Thriller
Frankie
Bark
was
is
so
bad.
on point.
Dude, Frankie
Frankie
that
was
entire
on
arc,
point
he was
that
on
entire
point
arc.
in like the
He locked on.
worst
Oh
arc
my
for him
god, the Power Ranger docking thing.
Oh,
that's
Robin
hilarious.
Rue.
It's amazing.
They had Frankie. He built the bridge in 30 seconds.
No,
He-
literally. How are we gonna get across it? Wait, where did this bridge come
But
from?
the plot of like everything that happens in it is fun, but the villain and the main plot is trash. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's
Well, no, but
it's
that's why I'm
literally-
saying. That's why I'm saying it doesn't beat Jaya.
I think it should go and see.
Yeah, but also
So this,
nothing happened.
right?
Yeah, but
Kuma.
however,
True.
what does that have to do with the main villains? Nothing.
But it's part of the arc.
This is
like
true.
That's like being like, oh, well, Eddie's lobby was saved by that one random fight with Blackbeard and Ace. We're talking about as a whole. So
No,
you
no,
mean tell
I
me the
know.
last 5 minutes made it worth it? No, it's like I will take highest in C.
Okay,
C
you know
is
what?
crazy.
I'll-
Low B.
6 out of 10. It is not that good.
You know what?
Low
I'll take high C. I'll take high C.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Get
like
Gamoria's trash.
it's literally
Wars is trash.
It's a bad arc, but it has good.
It
moments.
it's the most mixed bag arc you can get
yeah.
in One Piece. I would honestly say that. There's
Yeah.
nothing more mixed bag about the ones that we're about to go to. Sawadee is when things start getting down.
Yeah.
Again, this is
This-
another instance of Logtown done better.
And this is the pinnacle of what I was just talking about earlier. With the Straw Hats, like slim moments of them being like touchable by the plot. They get like smacked in the face by the plot.
They start getting
Their
hammered
plot armor gets cracked.
in
They're gone.
Thriller Bark.
I think
in
it-
Thriller Bark after Kuma, they just start getting hammered. It's not
yeah, no,
even
literally.
fair.
Luffy
It's the
breaking
slow buildup.
and Luffy breaking down because he can't save everyone because he does it. This is when he also finds
Also,
out about the
Worst
Ace thing, right?
Generation.
Worst Generation.
He knew about Ace and Thriller Bark, and he's like, "No, I don't want to help him unless he asks
Well,
for
no,
help.
no,
I'm
no.
not
Yeah,
helping."
I don't think he knew he was getting executed. He knew he was.
He
in
knew
trouble.
he was arrested.
Yeah, yeah.
at
He knew
most.
he was in trouble because of
He
the,
didn't know
the Viva card.
about the execution because that didn't happen yet.
Yeah, that was he found out on Amazon Lily, I think.
Yeah, so he's just like, I can't save anybody. And I really think him breaking down is really cool because, again, of the main shonen characters, who else had a breakdown like that?
I
No
mean,
one else.
Well, like kind of Naruto, but not anywhere close to this degree.
No, not even close. And also, the best part is how well done the Worst Generation is, considering that this is the one time in One Piece that it was a new thing made on a whim. Fun
yeah.
fact, did you know
Yeah,
that?
they were made like the
I
night
still
before.
can't believe
Yeah.
that law was made on a whim. That makes no sense
Every
to me.
member of the Worst Generation, show them on screen. All these characters will be important. These were all made on a whim, okay?
Except the
literally.
Rouge.
Really? Oh, wait, yeah, because wasn't he supposed to be part of the Straw Hats originally or something
No,
like that?
he's not important.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He doesn't do anything.
What
Real
does he do? He
question.
watches Kaido fall from the Sky Island.
Okay.
Kaido, you really gonna do that, bro?
Honestly, I think this is
he
a low
does.
A. I think this is a low A arc.
That's fair.
Like lowest in A.
Really?
fair.
Okay.
It's like an 8 out of 10. I think it's really well done. The scene with Luffy and the mermaid slades punching the 1% guy.
Oh yeah. Punching the
Phenom-
stupid
Yeah.
celestial dragon.
See-
didn't even talk about the celestial dragons. The
Yeah.
celestial dragons are a very important part of this.
Yeah,
arc.
the 1% basically that the government does everything in their power to bend over backwards to protect.
and and they also like they have to listen to them too.
I have to listen to him. Amazon Lily is basically the start of this little, I would say, 3-arc saga of now Luffy is separated from the cast.
Yep.
We learn about the warlord
This is
Boa
the Luffy
Hancock.
side quest.
It's
Yep.
the Luffy side quest, and I like Amazon Lily, but I can understand why people don't care for it.
Yeah.
I think it's like a B.
I think it's a low B, and I honestly,
I don't like it just because of like the shenanigans that happened with Luffy and Hancock. I think Hancock's annoying.
Hancock is such a mid character. I don't know why they always try to push her in every
yeah.
single piece of One
What's
Piece
the
media.
ratings?
Yeah, I know that, but from an outside looking in, Nico Robin not only is borderline the same design, all right, let's be mean here.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
just a better character. Boa is not a good character.
True.
Do I think Boa is the worst character? No, Gecko Moria.
She's definitely not the worst warlord either.
Nope,
the
Gecko
worst
Moria.
character?
Now,
Yeah.
but she's fine. I think it's lowest in B because I like
Yeah.
the
I mean,
substance. Long Ring, Long Land's way better.
Yeah, and then wait, this is the first time in
And this is when he
Amazon
starts
Lily
learning
too.
about hockey.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
this
that's
and
where hockey comes in, right?
Well, is it this or
right.
is it Sabaody? Because I know
Rayleigh
Rayleigh mentions something.
mentions it, but he starts really showing the Conqueror's hockey, and that's why they respect him in Amazon Lily, remember?
Right.
So he gets the Amazon Lily's trust. Boa falls madly in love with him in the most one-sided meh joke in the series. One of my favorite arcs in the series. I like this one more than Marineford. I love Impel Down.
Impel Down is actually
Impelled Down
really
is
good. Bon Clay.
Bon Clay back. Buggy's back. Crocodile's back.
really good villain.
Magellan
is
The funniest thing is
villain.
Magellan got demoted to Vice Admiral.
That's
because
so
of that.
BS.
I know it. I can't
That's
believe
so
it.
funny.
That's so funny, but it's so BS. He's so broken if he didn't have to go to the bathroom every 10 minutes.
Well, not even that.
If he
It's-
was on
dude,
the blue sea, I think
Dude,
he'd
Luffy's
destroy
plot
everything.
armor stopped him from dying.
It would be over. Like, what do you do against Magellan?
Yeah, Magellan is fun. I just honestly, I would put Impel down in S.
A. I'd
A.
put it in A.
I-
High A.
I would put it under Alabasta.
In S or in A?
S.
In S. All right, two
In S.
S's. The democracy wins.
That's fair.
Just because, I don't know. I kind of, Impel down is really good.
Impel Down's so good.
Impel
All right,
down is so good.
the one everyone says is the best arc. It's
It's
Marineford.
not the best arc.
It
but
is
it's
so-
really good.
It's really good. It's so good that Naruto decided, what if I wanted to ruin the whole plot of the show by trying to rip off Marineford? And guess what? Ninja War arc is trash in comparison.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't watch
garbage.
it. That's where I stopped.
Yeah, because it's bad. It's so full of plot holes. But you know what's not full of plot holes? Marineford.
Yep.
Marineford's really good.
Yeah.
I really think it's interesting.
People die.
Yeah, there's
Thank
actual
God.
consequences. There's really interesting plot setups, like we learn about all the admirals. But basically, they're going to execute Ace, which is
Right.
Luffy's brother in arms, essentially.
Yeah, and Ace is the Pirate King's son.
And that's the only reason. That's the only reason they're killing him.
Which is some BS.
yeah, because he also has the Will of D, which
And
Luffy
he's-
also has.
And he's on Whitebeard's crew.
He's on
Yep.
Whitebeard's crew, which is a pirate emperor. So we're like, oh, pirate emperor, what's that? And then we see Whitebeard roll up, dying. By the way, he's dying.
Oh, yeah. Bro is sick, decrepit, and dying.
In the context, if two pirate emperors joined forces and they didn't have the pirate warlords, those two emperors could conquer the whole entire planet. Whitebeard was a giant man who was dying, and he was a threat.
A significant threat.
He was a threat. It took
We
multiple...
need the stats of what killed him.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
literally. It was like, oh my God.
Three betrayals, multiple...
No, literally.
Losing half a face.
Right, which wasn't in the anime, kind of BS.
The-
How many times did Blackbeard and his crew shoot him? At least 100?
100
On top of
times.
the like 200 bullets he took from all the Marines?
Yeah, got stabbed multiple
I'm gonna
times.
look it up.
Yeah, he
In
was...
the back, in the heart.
He was a beast.
And he did it all for Ace.
He did it.
He did it all for Ace.
He did it all for Ace. Luffy was just there.
Stabbed 267 times. His body was hit with no less than 562 bullets. He was hit by 46 cannonballs.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
How many Logie attacks did he
Died
tank?
standing.
Yep.
Yeah. He just went, my time is done.
No, literally. He
Mul-
got hit by Aokiji. He
Yep.
got hit by Akainu. And literally, I can't believe this, the only hockey he used was armament.
Yep.
Didn't use observation. Didn't use conquerors.
And
Barely used this fruit.
I will say I do love the ending. An ironically amazing ending to show the war. You know, Whitebeard dies, and then Ace dies in front of Luffy to the point where Luffy's just out. He's out.
Luffy's cooked.
He's scarred. He's out. And then Aikinu is like, "All right, let's finish justice." And then Shanks rolls up and goes, "No, we're not
Yeah.
fighting anymore. We're done."
Shanks was fighting Kaido too. Like
Yeah, Shanks was busy.
Shanks was busy.
Shanks has better things to do, and he's just like, you're not doing that today, dude.
He rolls up and he goes, "Chat, cut it out." And then
Yeah, literally.
the Marines are like, "You know what? We had enough deaths today. We got what we wanted. We're done. We're good. Everyone go home."
Sengoku, the only smart Marine.
Yeah. Sengoku, really good. The issue is it's just one long fight scene.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's kind of the charm of it, though. It's just a
is.
giant fight scene.
It is, but like there's better written plots as we go later.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm just saying Marineford
later.
has that because it's a giant fight scene.
I
It
think
kind of
it's-
has that.
It
like,
has to be highest in
cool factor.
A.
highest than I could. Yeah,
Highest
I
in
could see
A.
it. I could see it.
It's kind
A,
of
yeah, that's fair.
because like no other than Luffy, no other Straw Hat
Ooh,
gets development.
Jinbei gets introduced and impelled down
Right,
too.
and then
That's right.
Jinbei shows up.
Yeah, Jinbei
Jinbei's
show,
cool.
he was talked about in Arlong Park.
Oh, yeah.
all the way back then.
Oh yeah.
Oh no,
Jinbei
and
shows up
the other thing, Jinbei saves Luffy and Marineford.
with Law.
yeah,
right.
I forgot Law was
I mean,
there.
yeah.
Whitebeard, what was it? No, Shanks trusted Law,
Right,
Which-
which is insane.
which is insane because I'm going to assume he also knew Law had the Will of D.
Maybe.
I'm going
I
to
mean-
assume.
Well, I don't know who. The only, yeah. I mean, I don't know. How would he have known though?
Dude, I
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea.
He was on Roger's crew at one point. Sure.
Yeah, you know.
I mean,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Didn't see
Anything's
the
possible.
One Piece, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Makes
yeah,
sense.
man. So post-war is basically after this, Luffy goes to train with Rayleigh. Everyone is separated, but everyone's training because Kuma, when he launched everyone, they all magically ended up in places that'd be beneficial for them.
And not in the water.
And not in the water where they would all die. Well, not all
At
of them.
least half of
Zoro
them.
and Sanji would live. And Nami, I don't know.
Robin would die, Chopper would die, Brook would die.
Brook would... No, he wouldn't.
Devil fruit.
Brook floats.
Oh,
No,
facts.
he's just so light he runs on the water.
Yeah.
Well,
If he gets tired, he'll run out of energy.
Well, wait,
and
here's the
still-
thing. Here's the thing. If he falls in the water, will he... I don't know.
Because the fruit already is active. I actually have no idea. They never explained
that's my
that.
point. I don't know if he would...
But that's beside the point. So post-war, then we also show, in my opinion, one of the most obvious, this character is going to boringly show up. It shows Ace and Luffy as kids, along with third mysterious Grimbo character,
I hate
Sabo.
I hate Sabo.
I love Sabo as an idea, but this was so like, first of all,
Yeah.
Ace
Sabo
was not even
sucks.
dead for one arc, and they immediately go, there's another brother we never mentioned until this point because we thought he was dead. I get it. Really cool. And then when he gets fully introduced in Dressrosa, he goes, I had amnesia the whole time. It's like,
Yeah, it's like, okay,
come
dude.
on, bro.
Sabo.
He has one of my favorite designs. I love his design.
His backstory is kind of cool, too, though. 'cause
Him as a
he-
character, I don't care
I don't know.
for him. I really,
he's-
like,
I'm
I don't care.
50-50 on him as a character, because
It's
I
just
think...
the narrative was way too sloppy introducing him.
Yeah, if
sucks,
If
like-
the plot introduced him a little better, he would be so much cooler.
Yeah, and if this backstory happened a little sooner, I'd like it more. But honestly,
yeah.
I think this is
Because
probably
he comes from the
It's
like
like a
the
D tier.
nobles and stuff, and it's like
it's D tier because you know what's going to happen the moment that flashback is over. It's like,
Yeah.
wow,
Yeah.
this. Why would we waste 30 chapters introducing Sabo just to kill him? He's gonna come back. We all know he's gonna come back.
Right.
It's the most obvious thing in the whole planet.
oh yeah. And the other thing that happens in post war is they Rayleigh explains all the versions of hockey,
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
fine.
which is like it's intro to new power system. It's
Yeah,
kinda cool.
and which I do think hockey as a power system.
It's cool because it lets you hit low gears. Because
Well, it
there
also
won't
it,
be-
also-
kind of balances everything out for the next.
Yeah, because
little
theoretically, a person with no devil fruit could have theoretically conquerors hockey
My question.
and beat someone.
My question is, why didn't CP9 know hockey?
My question is, why didn't Crocodile know? And he
Okay.
was a warlord, but
Hold on,
everyone
hold
else
on, wait,
did.
No,
No,
he
CP9
supposedly
no.
knew hockey,
He just
but he just
didn't
didn't
do it
use
against Luffy for
Yeah.
some reason.
Well, he
or
didn't
in
respect
Impel
him or whatever. I don't
Down.
know. Okay.
Or
No,
in
but-
Impel Down.
Okay,
Yeah.
so wait. There is a thing for the world government knowing hockey. Technically, 2 of the 6 powers are hockey. Iron Body is armament,
Yeah, I mean,
and
sure.
Paper Art is observation.
Okay, sure, but like, come on, bro. That's such.
They just renamed them.
They just that's such that one's. Now,
The only
will
reason I
say-
know is it got shown in Wano that Jinbei was like, "Yo, that's
Yeah.
observation and armament. Why like that's weird. Stop calling them that."
It's fine. I mean, it's not that big of a plot hole. It just means that
yeah.
Crocodile's kind of a loser.
Or maybe you think he didn't need it.
It's
Come
such a
on.
big plot hole. Why did Shanks
No,
lose his
that's
arm?
that's
when he
not
could-
as big as a plot hole as you. No, there are way worse plot holes.
Yeah.
At worst, that's like on the really bad plot hole. On levels of badness, if 10's the highest, that's like a 3. It's not like
Yeah.
Madara, everything he does in Naruto. It's not like it's not like
This guy
half
breaks
the,
the entire universe every time
it's
he does
not
something.
like half the things in the Buu Saga of Dragon Ball Z, all right? It's not like that. It's like, well, it's a plot hole for like 2 things, but then you kind of just realize, well, not everyone has it or
Yeah.
whatever, but the couple who do, it's kind of weird.
Low key, I wonder
Yeah.
if Crocodile was lying about having hockey. He just lied. he's just like, yeah, dude,
Like,
I have it.
yeah, I had hockey.
I
yeah.
totally did get beat by this clown who has no hockey.
Prove you have
I
hockey.
totally
Oh.
did get beat by a 30 million berry bounty.
Yeah.
No.
All right, return.
That wasn't me, bro.
Yeah.
Gonna hit the no. Return the Sabati. This is after the 2-year time skip. Everyone meets up on the ship, and then the
And
government
flexes their newfound abilities.
Yep, and it
Fake
is
Luffy, fire.
fake Luffy
Fire.
fire as an arc. Meh.
Brooke
Yeah,
had a
it's
concert.
barely an arc. It's like 4 episodes.
Honestly, I think
Actually, no,
Logtown-
it's like 20.
I think
but-
Logtown's better.
Yeah. Yep.
I'd say it's at sea still, though.
Yeah, it's at sea, but Logtown's.
I would say
yeah.
Whiskey
That's
Peak is
better
better.
than Whiskey Peak
I would say it's better than
okay,
Whiskey
okay.
Peak.
and
sure.
Syrup Village.
I don't know about Syrup Village.
Yeah.
I don't know about Syrup Village.
Fake Luffy though.
At
Fake Luffy
least,
though.
yeah.
Yeah. Fake Luffy carries, dude.
Yeah, he just goes like.
You know what's even crazier too? What they did in the anime for the like fake Straw Hats, they swapped all the voice actors around.
Yeah, they swapped all the voice actors. That
They
was,
swapped
that was a
all
good
of it.
one.
So I think fake Luffy was voiced by like Sanji or something.
Yeah.
And then Luffy voiced Nami. Nami voiced Chopper.
It's
who was a
Sanji and
freaking
Zoro had
fox.
to be swapped.
It was-
No,
it was
I don't.
fun.
I don't think they were swapped. I think
bet they
Brook
were.
played Sanji or something. It was
No,
a
I
whole-
bet it was Sanji and Zoro that they
Yeah,
swapped.
the weird thing was they didn't include Brook in like the fake trio.
Yeah, because they didn't know Brook was part of the crew yet.
I thought that.
No, Brooke was part of the crew.
He
I
was,
thought-
but like
yeah,
I'm
I
not
thought
sure
the
the
government knew about that,
knew
though.
Oh,
completely.
that you know what? That's kind of true. Yeah, I
The
don't think they
government
did.
didn't know till like Dressrosa.
That's true. Yeah. Fishman Island, I think, is kind of underrated because Hodie's not a good villain.
He sucks. He
But
sucks.
no. But the allegory of racism and institutionalized racism that Hodie
You
is meant
used
to
too big of a
represent.
word. What does allegory mean?
Allegory means it's a representation of.
Oh, okay.
So Hodie, the part that sealed Hodie for me of wait, actually he's cooking is when he's asked why he's really, essentially racist to humans, right? That he's willing to destroy Fishman Kingdom to do his own agenda. And he goes, I don't know, because Hodie was taught that. He was taught that hatred. And I think that's, first of all, incredibly ballsy and politically charged.
Oh yeah.
To have a plot where Arlong is essentially like, these people treat us like garbage. I want to kill them all. Jinbei goes, no. And Hodie is like, as a kid going, which one do I go with? He goes with Arlong, but he doesn't know why Arlong genuinely hates them. He doesn't understand. Hodie comes from a place where he isn't in the position of Arlong. Arlong, okay, I get it, right?
Yeah.
What he did to, what was it, Fisher Tiger? What stuff happened to Fisher Tiger?
Oh,
Sure,
yeah.
makes sense. Hodie never experienced that. So the fact that Hodie is puppeting Arlong's positions but has no idea, I think is genius. Design-wise, it's min, and
Yeah.
he's not that interesting until I
he
think you
pops
get
some
to that
pills
line.
and then gets old.
Oh,
yeah. And I don't think it's
Yeah,
that
and I mean-
interesting until you get to that line.
Yeah, once you get to that point where you've seen Fisher Tiger, you've seen Arlong's interactions with him.
And then you see Hodie go, I don't know why I'm like this.
Yeah.
I don't know why I believe the things I like to believe. I think is super good. I really like that. But
Yeah.
again, I don't think people say it's one of the worst. I disagree.
Yeah, it's definitely
Sanji though.
not.
Sanji.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah. What do you say about Sanji?
I mean, he turned to stone. He wasn't in most of the arc.
Yeah.
He turned to stone for like 30 seconds.
No, most of the arc.
See, that's
We,
the
we
issue.
don't, we don't gotta remember what Sanji did that arc. It doesn't
Sanji-
matter.
I like what it represents. The final fight scene was kind of I think this goes above Thriller Bark, but in C. I don't think
Yeah.
it goes. Yeah.
I could.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of good in the main narrative. I'm sorry, the main theme, the overall theme of the arc. Really well done. It's just what happens, and it's kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punk Hazard's cool as hell.
That's a
Hazard.
great arc.
Punk Hazard.
Where there's a little bit of stakes.
Yeah, a
You
little
know,
bit of
A
stakes.
little bit of stakes.
Yeah,
And you get a little bit of building a conspiracy.
Yeah, we get introduced to what's going to be essentially the plot of most of the things of Luffy's like, warlords? If Law can be a warlord, that's lame. I'm shooting for Emperor, baby.
Yeah.
Really fun, really good. I just think Caesar is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the
Caesar's
gas
kinda-
fruit,
The
he
gas
should
fruit-
win everything.
Yeah, because
No,
he could
literally.
he showed that he can take people's breath away. Why doesn't he just keep doing that?
Because he's Caesar
he's
Clown. He's
dumb.
dumb.
He's dumb and not that interesting.
He had one of Vegapunk's fruits right there with him that he could have like researched and figured out for the smile fruits.
Yeah.
He's dumb. He couldn't
Dumb.
figure it out.
Instead,
He
he
let
makes giant babies.
And he let some idiot kid eat it.
There's some kid named Momo.
Yeah.
Momo.
Like what?
Yeah, this is like a B tier in my opinion. I
That's
just
fair.
don't know where to put it in B tier.
Is it better than Jaya? Let's start there.
That's
Yeah.
what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Romance Dawn.
I would say it's better than Romance Dawn, not better than Little Garden.
Yeah, I agree.
Little Garden is like the same thing where they're just fighting, but Punk
I
Hazard is
agree.
not as good of a narrative.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Trust me. It's
Yeah.
it's fun. It's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
watch. It's
No,
just,
literally, like-
it's a fun read.
Especially, I think I've said this like 3 times, but Law.
Right.
Law's just so cool.
The
It's-
wall
I-
glaze is crazy.
He's cool.
the
Here's-
glazing.
Here's the pitch. It's called we start high and we go down low. Dressrosa's S tier.
High is B. The highest for it is B.
No way. You are insane.
No, I
can't
don't
believe-
care about.
No. Don
right, wait,
Flamingo's
hold on,
one
wait,
of
wait.
hold on. Okay.
The backstory, all the plot is good.
Yeah.
Rebecca and her father and the filler. I'm never
Wait,
watching
hold
it
on.
again.
Okay, no, but that's anime only.
We're talking about manga.
We're talking about overall story.
Okay.
Yeah, overall story, manga.
Overall story. Yeah, then it's like an A or S.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
See,
okay.
I don't.
Because I was about to say, I'm like,
we don't talk about the anime here. So.
yeah.
Dressrosa, first of all, Don Quixote Don Flamenco is my favorite villain in the whole entirety of One Piece. I genuinely
fair.
do not think there is a better villain. I love the bait and switch where everyone's like, yeah, we have a plan, and within 5 seconds, everything is ruined. Everything is messed up. The only weak part is I genuinely think Sabo's introduction, but it's in the middle of all this stuff
and
happening.
it's not even the most important part. So like,
Yeah, but everything else surrounding it, I think is fantastic in every single way. I think it's S tier. I think it's one of the One Piece arcs people should read.
I think it's a high A.
High above Marineford,
Yeah. High A.
I think it's S tier.
I was
Luke's the tiebreaker here.
okay. I'm thinking above Marineford, but an S. So like
Under
lowest,
Impel Down?
Yeah.
Okay. Understandable. That's
mainly
fine.
because Law's backstory.
Yeah. Law, it gets introduced, and yeah, like Law doesn't do much, sure, whatever. But like, it's Corazon is so good, dude.
Oh, I forgot about Corazon.
Corazon, man.
There's so many good parts.
Yeah,
And
But then
Senor
there's Rebecca and her
Pink.
father, and it like
Well, no,
ruins it
that's
for me.
good though. Okay,
There-
if you take out the anime, spoon feeding it to you and going, you need to know about this every 10 seconds. It's a
I
really
really-
good
It's a
backstory.
slog, but the
It's an
manga,
amazing
they
backstory.
barely talk about
Lao
it.
G.
Lao G.
He dies and then he comes back.
Yeah, literally. The other thing it does too with Dressrosa is because of the Colosseum, it adds world building.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
because Luffy gets his fleets.
Right, but it also it's like all the freaking kingdoms.
Yep,
It's
all
like
the
you
kingdoms.
got the freaking one pirate kingdom, the Shinja. What was his kingdom? I
don't
forget.
know, Don Chinjiao land.
Yeah.
Yeah, with
Land
the
of the
ice.
Chinjiaos.
And it's
And
really long.
Bartolomeo.
Yep, my boy, who
Bartolomeo.
accidentally might got Shanks really mad.
Yeah.
Wait, did he actually? I haven't gotten that far yet.
No. This is in the cover stories. Essentially, he went to Shanks's territory, burned all of Shanks's flag, put up Luffy's flag, and then started selling Luffy merch. Like a buffoon. And then Shanks was not happy about that.
Okay, low key though, why would he be mad though? It's Luffy.
Because literally Bartholomew was
He
just
needs to be
terrorizing
an emperor
people.
still.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
but like,
literally,
it's
he
freaking
literally,
Luffy. It's
yeah,
not
but
like
you
he has
need
a
to
job.
put respect on Shanks's name, bro.
That's fair.
This was before
red-eyed
Luffy
rat?
was one.
Oh wait, seriously?
Yes, this is.
Oh,
this
never
is what
mind.
he
He's
does-
cooked. He's cooked. He's cooked.
This
It's
is what
over.
was
It's over.
happening during the whole
Yo,
Gegen
friggin'
Wano.
divine judgment.
Dog,
Gone. Goodbye.
you thought what he
Roberto
did to
San Ben-
kid was bad?
Roberto send Ben Beckman after him.
Yasop sniped that MF from
literally.
miles, okay? Like, what are you talking about? Zhao, Zoe.
Yeah.
You know what? I always forget Zoe.
Zhao
Zhao-
from Avatar.
I was more thinking of Zhao from Yakuza Like a Dragon, but that also works too.
Elephant.
Zoe is actually, I really like Zoe.
Zoe is a great art.
So
Especially-
is fun.
Raizo is safe.
No, but I was not expecting that.
Yep.
Not even a little.
Raizo is safe.
I had no inkling at all of like they're on their side. I was like, they're gonna kill them.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a giant fight. They're gonna have to leave, and they're just gonna have to go fight Kaido. Like,
I like it, and I really do. But I think it's also another B tier arc.
I
It's
would-
good
I would go-
setup
that's
for the
fair.
next
That's
one.
fair. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's low because I do enjoy it. I'm
It's-
thinking maybe Skypiea level
yeah,
around there.
above Baratier.
I would put it
maybe.
above Baratier.
Yeah.
Yet again, not that Baratier is a bad arc. It's just Zoe is just.
It introduces actually being able to find the One Piece.
Yep,
too.
That's true.
There's a lot of good
introduces
lore.
the road poneglyphs.
We
They
get what's
talk
his face,
about Roger finally.
Pedro.
Pedro.
Yeah, my
Carrot
boy.
was
Pedro makes
there.
a first
Carrot.
appearance.
The minks are
They
cool.
actually start having a plan for fighting Kaido.
Yep, they actually, be like, okay,
Oh,
maybe.
and Kaido first shows up in Zoe.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
and
'cause
Jack shows up, so you get to
'cause
see
Kid-
the power of his crew.
Kid gets packed up.
Yep.
Kid
gets
has like one
whooped.
win under his belt.
Kid is the
And
universal
it's like,
jobber.
And it's a double.
Yeah, it's not even his
it's
win.
Not even,
it's a duo.
It's not even him
It's
alone.
a duo win. And honestly, no disrespect to Kid, but Law carried that fight.
That's so true.
Law
though.
carried that entire fight.
Law carried that.
Law
fight
carried
so
that entire
much.
fight.
Kid packed up by Ben Beckman, then Shanks, then Kaido.
Then partially packed by Big Mom until Law was like, fine, I guess I'll help.
No, literally.
Bro couldn't even handle Scratch Man Apu, bro. What are we doing?
No, literally.
He has
Okay,
an awakened fruit too. He can
Okay,
assign.
to be fair,
He can
okay.
literally assign magnetism to people, and he sucks.
No, literally.
You got it beat, dude.
Yeah.
What are we doing
Low-key,
here?
all right, the part of that fight,
He
like
thinks he's tough.
I went back and I watched a little bit of it a while ago. The part of that fight that actually is just so funny is Law at the beginning of fighting Big Mom. He's like, I'm just not gonna use my awakening because it drains the hell out of me. I'm gonna be cooked, right? Kid uses his awakening 6 times, does nothing. He's like, fine, awakening. All right, she's dead.
Yeah.
And he's fine. He's not even tired.
Yeah, he's cool. He's
not even
chill.
tired.
Yeah.
All the while, he's just like honoring Corazon. He's flexing that he's OP. He's just like, dude,
Yeah. He's stunting on Big Mom, who we'll get to next arc.
Literally.
I actually do like Big Mom.
bro, is
A lot
the
of people hate
ultimate
Big Mom.
aura
I
farm.
hate Big Mom and Wano for the first half.
Yeah, okay, I can understand that. Well, I guess we can move to our next one, Whole Cake Island. I also placed Whole Cake Island pretty high up there.
That's fair.
yeah.
That's fair. I mean,
I
Whole
think,
Cake?
it establishes the emperors as actually really dangerous.
Yup, I appreciate that
Oh
it's
my
a
God.
side quest.
Getting out of that
you didn't even
island.
Talk about Gear 4 in Dressrosa.
Oh, yeah.
Gear 4.
Gear 4 exists. Now, Whole
Right.
Cake Island.
Whole Cake Island, which has the better Gear 4.
Yeah, better Gear 4. Whole Cake Island, you know, the plot synopsis is Sanji is, first of all, he is the heir to a military company. He is a bioweapon.
Yeah, to Power Rangers.
To Power Rangers,
Yeah.
who was beaten for being the weakest one. The reason he's obsessed with caring about women and his understanding about when Nico Robin lied or when Nami lied and he didn't care is because the only people who were ever nice to him in his life are women, and they don't operate on the same wavelength frequency as men. So it's like, if a woman lies, it's for an important reason. Not even for him being in love with
Yeah.
them. It's just like, I get it. I understand 100%. No, Nico Robin has something to do.
Whole Cake unintentionally fixes a bunch of the like stupid things about his character.
Yeah, like unironically.
And it makes them really cool.
Yeah.
I think like this literally cements Sanji as like one of the best written Straw Hats next to Nico Robin, and you could even
He
argue
has
Luffy.
two backstories.
Two
No, literally.
backstories.
2 backstories.
And
the first
second
one was a fake out.
Oh no, it's a continuation, you know?
Luffy has two, too.
Yeah, but
That's
the,
true.
Oh, I said two. I'm so funny.
whoa. Really good. Big Mom, incredibly fun power. But
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
horrible person breeding with different species to make the perfect
Oh, yeah,
monster-esque
yeah.
kid.
That's...
Yeah.
That
and
is just
a
also
messed up
her
view of
backstory
reality.
where she ate a little too much.
She eats a few people.
Yep. She has these
She had a little bit too much to eat.
and also, I
As
said this
always.
to Luke. I unironically think the Katakuri and Luffy fight is
Oh, yeah.
objectively one
I
of
was-
the best fights
No, literally.
in One Piece.
And
Yeah.
the fact that it's in the same arc as the Sanji flashback.
Yep. This
In
is
the same arc, the whole thing of getting Sanji back.
yeah. And the best part is
like-
they don't even beat Big Mom. If this was a regular anime, they'd beat Big Mom, and Big Mom is gone from the plot. In
Yeah,
any
literally.
other anime, this one is just get Sanji, leave.
And
That's the plot.
Yeah, and this is an introduction to a second emperor.
Yep.
My only issue with this entire part is the wedding cake.
Oh yeah. In the anime,
Wedding
like
cake.
for the entire time Katakuri and
Like-
Luffy are fighting, Big Mom cannot just stop fiending for the cake.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
again,
God.
that is an anime thing.
Yeah.
In the manga, it's literally just
Yeah, it's like one panel probably.
yeah. But again, the Katakuri and the
Katakuri fight is
people
so good.
fight with me so much. It's like the Katakuri fight and Luffy fight makes no sense. No, you are just allergic to good writing.
No, you don't
are
get it.
used to
You don't get it. You
Naruto.
don't get the-
You're used to your MC getting a BS main power up and just winning, even though
No, Luffy deserved that power up.
No,
he did.
He did.
He did
But they don't.
100%.
But people go, well, he went in weak and he had to take 5 breaks and he had to do this, so he's technically
know-
not stronger. Shut up, dude. The whole point was Katakuri accepts the L.
Yeah.
Katakuri ended the fight. He faked falling on his back. He could have kept going.
No, literally. The fact that he chose to fall on his own back
in a battle of the not morality, morals, morals. It's their wills to fight. If Katakuri's being challenged and Luffy constantly learning.
That's why they both have conquers. I didn't even realize.
Yep.
That just makes it better.
Yep. It's so well
The
written.
layers, bro.
I love it, just like the
Holy
cake
crap.
itself. Now,
True.
Layers of that cake.
Wait, it's a metaphor. That's
me
why they
that
mentioned it so many
wedding
times in the anime. It's a metaphor.
Okay,
Damn.
so
Never
this-
mind. Anime better. Anime better. I take it all back.
so
Wedding cake
honestly,
necessary.
this is also another SRA for me.
Oh yeah,
that's
I
fair,
am
that's
100%
fair.
putting 100% S.
That's a.
I would put it. Ooh, I don't know which side of Impel Down I'd put it on.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
You know what? I'd put it next to Alabasta. I think it's better than Impel Down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's better than Impel Down.
Yeah, it's better than Impel Down. I
Oh,
agree.
Pedro's death. I forgot about that too.
True.
Yeah, where he, you know,
And the fact that he references yet again that Luffy looks
Oh
like
my
Roger.
God. Someone died. It's revolutionary in One Piece.
Revolutionary.
just like the army in One Piece.
It's another One
That's
Piece.
a knee slapper right there.
We got the Reverie, which is
Reverie.
which
Which is a banger.
It's good,
it's
but
good.
like it's filler, kinda. It's lore.
it's more like exposition.
Yeah.
it's an
Oh
exposition
look,
dump.
it's Wapple.
Wapple.
I would probably either above or below Little Garden.
Oh really?
Yeah,
That's low.
Yeah, I was
You think
thinking
higher?
I was
I
not
was
too
thinking,
much higher.
like,
I'm thinking
over by Zoe.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
sure,
say.
Sure, I could
Like,
see the
right
argument,
about Zoe.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Easy. Right under Skype.
Yeah.
Okay, Wano.
Oh, now
Wano,
we get to
S.
the
It's S.
On
but-
Wano,
Wano's
unironically,
100% S.
I think it's the best one. I think it tops Ennie's Lobby for me.
Really?
I think
All
it
right,
does.
that's fair. With the plot significance, and you get to
Gear 5? Gear 5?
Gear 5.
well, Gear 5, aka
he doesn't have the gum fruit. There is
he's
no
not
such
even a
thing.
paramecia.
He has
Give him a rumble ball right now.
Yeah, for
Give him a rumble ball.
the mythical Zoan sun god Nika, which makes Skypiea worth it. The very good 3-act structure that
Which
the
is
arc
actually-
has,
isn't-
akin to samurai movies. Fantastic.
The Zoro and King fight,
Oh my god, that's so good.
the
That's
Sanji
so
and Queen
good.
fight,
It's
The fact that they were able to
the
do
raid suit.
the raid suit,
Except
the
for that
Sanji
one scene.
exposition.
And this is why I say Marineford isn't an S tier, because Wano did the same exact thing Marineford did.
And they did it
but
so much better.
Objective. The raid of Onigashima is objectively
No,
better than
literally,
Marineford.
that
I'm
is
sorry.
a fight scene.
Yeah, because
That
it has
is
more
a fight scene.
It has more characters
More
that
characters
they've
that
built
we-
up.
yeah,
That
exactly.
we care about. Not who's Vista? When have we heard of Vista?
What's Vista doing? Who's
any-
Jozu
There's
doing?
like
Yeah.
there's a guy who looks like Wario in there. I've never seen him in my
and
life.
and the Marco
in
pull
Marineford.
up, the Marco pull up,
yeah.
and the Chopper freaking.
Yeah. The Marco pull-up being the only random character in One Piece just showing up to a fight, and it actually kind of makes sense why he would
and
do
it was
that.
very helpful.
And there's deaths. There's
Yes.
deaths.
Yes, there is.
Izo, Ashura Doji.
Yep,
They
literally like
actually
all the
die.
Ashura, basically.
Yep, and there's
And Kaido and Big Bomb, they're probably
Oh,
alive.
freaking!
I
What's his name?
don't know.
The Korazumi plotline, the whole thing
yeah.
with
Oh yeah,
And the
yeah.
whole thing-
Orochi's dead too.
And
Orochi.
Odin. We
I
can't
hope
bring-
he's dead, dude. He died like 3 times. I swear to God, if he comes back, I'm
meant to
losing it.
boil.
And
True.
I will
Odin's
say,
entire backstory.
there is one negative in this sub arc, and I will stand by this 10,000%. Why did we waste all that time implying Yamato was going to be a straw hat and then
yeah.
not have Yamato be a strong hat? He had that whole thing. Oda did that whole thing where he, Yamato, was going to be the Odin of the group.
Right.
And then went, nah. What was the point? Why did we waste our time with Yamato then? I really liked Yamato. He was cool. I thought it was a really cool idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was such a
They
chicken
just wanted,
fruit.
they just wanted Jinbei.
But
Yeah.
like,
Jinbei
Oh, yeah.
makes me so angry. They introduced him impelled down.
No, literally.
Impelled
And they
down.
just keep
He was
waiting to
mentioned
put him in the
all the way
crew,
up in
bro.
Arlong Park, and he joins the crew in Wano officially. That's like 1,000 episodes.
It's
of
so bad.
waiting. Why?
It's
That's
so
literally
bad.
half
Why?
the series of waiting for Jinbei to
I
join
don't
the
know
crew.
why they couldn't have both Jinbei and Yamato in the crew. I don't know why. It's like, oh, there's too many characters. There is always too many characters in One Piece.
This is true.
That's
Oh,
my
so good,
one critique of Wano. And Yamato's like, I'm gonna do Odin's dream of exploring Wano. That takes like 3 days. You can come back. You're on a boat.
Yamato realized that Momonosuke sucks. He's like,
Yeah, no, literally.
he's like, Momonosuke can't fight at all.
He
No,
can't
literally.
fight. He can't rule. He's still a 5-year-old inside
He's
his
literally
head.
8 years old.
Running Wano, so I get it,
He's-
but they don't explain Yamato's helping him run. Because
He's
honestly,
a first grader, and they're making him run a country.
literally.
Like,
I mean, honestly, Yamato also probably has the mentality of a first grader too. She's not that smart. I'm sorry,
You got the
he's not
strength
that
to back
smart.
it up, though.
That's true. Yamato ain't
And
that
the
smart.
fruit to back it up. Low key.
Yes, Yamato's great. The fight with Kaido is great. Everything about it's great, except the Yamato. Why he's not there, I have no idea. I have no idea. Why do we waste
Yeah.
our time with him then?
I mean,
I blame Momonosuke.
I hope.
So good.
It's
I hope to
Momonosuke's
God,
fault.
if what happens in my head happens, of what I think's happening in the current arc that isn't Egghead, the next arc Yamato will be back. That's the only reason in my head that could explain a lot of things. All right, so Egghead Island,
oh.
most narratively important. This is what
Yeah.
everything
Oh,
is
yeah.
about.
The culmination of everything, kind of.
Fights, great.
Fights, great.
Kizaru's
Oh my God,
a
the fi-
pizza.
No, literally. And Saturn.
all the fights
Making a pizza.
are really good, but it feels like there's too much going on.
There was not enough for the crew.
yeah,
as a
not
whole
enough
to
for the
do.
crew.
That's true.
I was so mad when Frankie goes to Vegapunk Island.
Yeah, and he
They
doesn't
did
do anything for Vegapunk.
Nothing.
Nothing happened.
Nothing.
Now, note, is the Bonnie and Kuma story probably a top 5 best backstory on anything?
Oh yeah, no.
Yes.
I was talking about this the other day. Like, I read Kuma's backstory. I'm like, dude, this makes Law's backstory look like a rainy day.
Yeah.
Law just had a bad day, dude.
Is
Like,
the-
it's like-
Is the
not that
plot
deep.
twist of Emu in the fact that the 1% are going to flood the world again, and the whole entire thing is that there used to be more land, there were less islands 100 years ago.
The introduction of potentially the third weapon.
Exactly, right? Really
Which is
good
kind of
stuff.
also borderline Wano, but
Oh, and the backstory.
Caribou too.
oh
Yep.
freaking
Yeah,
oh my
Caribou.
god, this guy, I can't take it, bro. He knows too much.
And my favorite part is how oh wait, what is the light guy's name? I always keep forgetting.
Kizaru?
Kizaru. The fact that Kizaru helped Luffy in the fight against
Oh yeah,
himself.
and the
Yeah.
fact. Oh my god,
That was so.
I was talking about this. I think probably yesterday. Like literally.
Kizaru realizing that everything sucks and he hates it.
Well, no. Okay, the thing with Kizaru for me was the fact that right at the end of the arc, he does the one thing he has never done this entire time, which is stand up to Kainu. Right at the end, he's like, "Shut the hell up! You don't know."
Oh, you said a no word.
I'm gonna bleep it. I'm gonna bleep it.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna bleep
canceled.
it.
Cancel
No, I'm
it,
editing it. I'm editing it. I'm gonna bleep it. I'm gonna bleep it.
Hold on.
Get the
Hold
whip.
on.
Johnny test time.
Not again, bro.
Wait, it's not.
30 lashings to Luke Skywalker over here.
Mookie Kabuki.
All right, we're good. That's enough. Calm down. That's too
Oh,
much.
no.
That's too much. But I think because there was no character development for any Straw Hat, I think they
Except
should,
Luffy.
Except Luffy, but Luffy gets it in every arc anyway.
Zoro packed up Lucci.
I mean, that was cool, but Lucci was kind of a jobber that arc. He's like, I got an awaken, and then he gets
No, literally.
immediate
That's
L
the
after
thing.
L after
That's
L
the
after
thing.
L
Literally,
after
the
L.
last 2 arcs, all you see, or actually since Dressrosa,
The Stussy
awakening,
Kaku.
awakening, and everyone with awakening just loses. Awakenings are
Luffy.
not really that
Except
good.
Luffy.
Except
Yeah,
Luffy.
literally.
Stussy and Kaku, the thing where that was.
Yeah, I don't
cool.
even know. Like, they never
Yeah,
mentioned
it
her
was
having
kinda-
a devil. I'm
It
confused.
was very weird. I think this, in my opinion, I think this is around Marineford.
That's fair. That's
But
fair.
I don't know where, though. That's for you guys to...
Yeah, I'm like,
It's not S tier. It is not an S tier
I
arc.
think it's the highest in A.
I don't
That's
know.
valid.
I don't
That's
know.
valid.
That Kuma backstory though is kind of making me
Okay,
feel like
but
low
like,
S.
no.
Hey, he still has
Lowest than S. Like Dressrosa beats
You
it.
still have a Hail Mary,
That's true.
and this is the last arc.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's your choice if you want to use it.
But however, like, again, my point still stands. All like barely any character development. Nothing with Frankie.
In Elbaf, there better be some character development.
There-
With Usopp. Generational development.
I think highest in A is fine, though.
Yeah.
All right.
It's
I really enjoy it. I just think there was
Yeah,
some
it's
missed
great.
opportunities.
I'm not even gonna use my Hail Mary to send it to S because it's like, yeah.
And honestly, I think this list is pretty good. I really don't think there's a genuinely bad bad arc in One Piece.
Yeah.
There's some slightly below average, but I wouldn't say bad.
Yeah, they're not
I
downright
still
garbage.
think Long Ring Longland should belong in S.
No.
Yeah,
I'm Vito. Vito, I sacrificed my Hail Mary for this.
I know.
Honestly,
And I'm gonna sacrifice. No, I'm kidding.
One Piece is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty
One Piece.
rad.
One Piece, silly
good.
pirate show, stretchy rubber man go boom boom fight.